Warning, the following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
When the threads of creation unravel.
When the sun itself hangs black in the sky.
And the Arcana are silent.
Will you fight for a world that has forgotten you?
Or will you let it burn?
The Arcana are lost.
The planes bleed into one another.
Blasphemy spreads like a plague.
But hey, nothing's truly gone.
Not if you're willing to find it.
What will you do?
Who will you become?
Will you resurrect what was lost?
Or create something new.
The gods are gone.
The world is breaking.
All that remains is you.
Will you rise?
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 Prepare to weave your own fate. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Of Divinity and Darkness. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition for you guys today. How is everyone doing this week? Looks like the weather is finally warming up here. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, man. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. no longer have any shingles pain, so that is awesome. Feeling good, well rested, and all that fun stuff. So I hope you guys are doing all right this week too. Why don't we do that thing? Let's see. I'm supposed to do announcements at the start, so I want to get that out of the way, and then we'll do that thing where we go around and introduce everybody, talk a little bit about your character, who you're playing for us today, and then we'll jump in and play the game. So if you guys are watching this, if you're watching on YouTube, all these links are in the description below. But if you're watching on Twitch, just in case, there's my link tree. You click that, you can find me everywhere I am on the internet. That should be your one-stop shop for all my links there. If you want, you can jump into the Discord with us. You can ask lore questions. You can see art stuff, all that kind of fun stuff. It's free. And there is the link to the Discord there. And I think that's all I got for you guys as far as announcements today. So let's do that thing where you go around the horn, introduce everyone and their character, and then we'll jump into the game. We'll talk what happened last week, and then we'll jump into the game and play. So first up, we've got Dakin playing Medanon Weir for you guys. How is it going, Dakin?
Going good, Ramblin'. Going good. Medanon Weir here, along with Io Hoshi, my cat familiar. We are on a journey to creation, hopefully, and cat hats.
Right on. Cat hats it is. Thank you, Dakin. Next up, we've got a wizard once, aka Brandon, playing Asher Starborn, or Echo, for you guys. How's it going, Brandon?
Going good. I am Echo. I am here to ready to make it to creation, or make it as far as I can. Yeah.
Right on. The race home continues for you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Brandon. Up next, we've got Rubber Band playing Wild Otto Kent Oates for you guys. How's it going, Rubber Band?
Pretty good. I'm looking to train harder to become the team's damage sponge.
Yeah. I'm doing a pretty good job so far. Yeah, we'll get into that, I'm sure. Thank you, Rubber Band. And last but not least, we've got Sonoman playing Aldrich Soul for you guys. How's it going, Sonoman?
Hey, man. Well, Aldrich's magister from dwarf magister from Eon's past that got caught in a magic cataclysm and transported to this time. Let's see what he can do about his people now.
Yeah, let's see what kind of shenanigans the man out of time gets into. Shall we? Thank you, Sonoman. So, last week, you guys basically started your 3-day walk back to the city of creation with this caravan. Long story short, you guys kind of ended up scouting ahead on horseback. Some of you stuck with the caravan. You sent Vela and Tetsuo, who make good scouts, ahead just to spot any threats and report back, which they did. They spotted what seemed to be some particularly raggedy looking bandits hiding off the road, prepping an ambush for any passersby. You guys approached. I think Echo kind of attempted to talk them down or intimidate them into letting you guys pass, but they were not just the bandits they appeared to be. They were also flesh-corrupted abomination creatures, reskinned werejackals, essentially, who attacked you guys to eat your bodies, or perhaps to infect some of you. They turned out to be immune to damage from non-magical sources, basically. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage from non-magical weapons, which made the fight a little bit more difficult than expected. But you guys managed to get the better of them with your magics and slay them, taking what little loot they had on them, potentially from hunting other people, and continuing on, but not before Tetsuo was infected with the flesh corruption. At the end of the session, he then heard a voice talking to him, I guess, is probably the best way to put it. A familiar voice for our audience. But we'll see how that progresses. And I think that's where we left off last week. So let's jump back in, shall we? Let's see here. I think we were still on this screen here, I believe. But you guys were all returning back to the caravan, right? I think the plan was to, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys had gathered the horses, who had been most of which had been scared off by the combat, but you guys recovered them and had returned to the camp to basically camp out for the night, I think. Is that the idea?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe so. Can't remember if this was noon or evening.
This encounter
This was
happened,
evening.
yeah, late in the day. Yeah. So I think it was just before sundown. But it was as late as the day as we could possibly have had an encounter. Because you guys rolled really good on your checks for early in the day and midday. So, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. I think I got something for you guys here. Little camping spot. Well, I mean, I suppose it depends on how well you guys roll on a survival check to find a good camping spot. I guess you could make other checks. If you wanna, I guess you could.
Everybody could.
You could lawyer other checks if you were like, well, I could use this to help us find a camping spot. I might be like, all right, well, that makes sense. It reasons that you might use that skill. But if you guys can't think of anything other than a survival check, then I guess it would be Aldrich making it, since his survival is up there. You can make it with advantage.
You're right.
You're going to have help from your friends.
And guidance, right?
Sure.
So let's see.
You also have Bardic
Yeah,
Inspiration on you.
True.
Oh, yeah, so I'll just roll a d4 for the Bardic Inspiration.
Is it a
I think it's
D6? I
six.
think it's a D6.
Yeah.
Is it d6? Okay. So we got 27.
Did it roll I'm not sure it actually rolled the D6 there, because I think you got to push 1d6. So
All right, let's start again.
I think that's
One D.
roll d6 is still a thing.
is it? It's not showing the dice for me. Oh,
I'm seeing the dice.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, roll
Either way,
1d6.
roll 1d6 and still
Yeah,
say.
you got it.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it really wants to be a 6.
All right. So that's a total of 27, which is
Yeah.
certainly a success. So let me paste you guys in here. Okay, so you guys get an optimal camping location, which means you got a lot of room. People in the caravan have started to set up spots for them to camp. There's good places to put sources of light. There might even be some like remnants of structures that you could use. For sure, there is a very shallow cave nearby, and this is sort of like an offshoot of the road that you're traveling on in the jungle that's kind of covered up by brush. So like if anybody is going by on the road, it's less likely that they'll see this path. but you kind of have like a shallow cave you can use for like if you really needed hard shelter, something like that. Like if it was to start to rain, you'd still have a place you can keep a fire going. You'd also be able to in your tents, I suppose, and that kind of thing too. Speaking of which, I was going to ask you to roll me a d6. You already rolled another one, so I'm going to use that one. It is an optimal roll. So the weather is clear this evening. Here, let me bring you guys over here. Make sure that the dynamic lighting is on. Cool. So we'll use this as your sort of camping spot for the night here. We can bring in some of these other folks if you want to have their tokens on the screen. Some of these other caravan members here. If we can grab them all, there's kind of a lot of them. Okay. Copy. Right, and let me jump back over there. And I'm going to paste them up here at first because there's way more room for all these. Oh boy. Okay, there. I'm going to have to shrink. I'm going to have to shrink their tokens down here. And again, these are just the ones we've interacted with so far. While I'm doing that, we'll say that you guys are you're setting up camp for the evening. So people are putting their tents up. Unloading goods from their wagon that they're going to be using over the night. Things like firewood, linens, bedding, stuff, that kind of thing. Now, is there anything any of you guys are wanting to take care of while the caravan is getting ready to settle in for the evening? This is me giving you guys a chance if you're wanting to have a chat with any of these people. If there's anything that you're wanting to take the time to take care of, any I don't know, if there's any ritual spells you wanted to take some time to cast to set up for the evening, or if you're wanting to booby trap the entrance or the perimeter of the camp. These are all things you could do now. You could also set up your watches. If you wanted to set up watches for the evening.
Isn't that one guy dead?
Did I pull who? Which guy? This guy?
The guy across from Kalia, yeah.
No, Dravik was the guy that died. That's not Dravik.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking about the guy that got killed by a shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Dravik. This guy was a different priest that was with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, he was working with Dravik at the inn. I think he was also there when you guys were going through that inn, but different guy. So I think that's everybody. I think that's the full caravan, at least the ones that we've had you guys interact with so far. We'll start kind of organizing this stuff. We'll put the horses in one place here. Maybe not. Those 2 horses are really close. They're making more horses. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, we'll put some of these that know each other together. Let's see, Tetsuo and Vela can hang out for the time being. Let's see, I'm looking for... Where is our gun guy? There he is. He can go with her. They're kind of buddies. Haojin and Jinhai Soul can hang out. I suppose, since she's kind of a mom anyway. Why is that guy's token not snapping to the square size like everyone else's? That's kind of bizarre. Kind of bizarre. Don't know. Don't know what's going on with this token. It doesn't even let me click it. It's weird. Let me try just repasting it. That is not what I did, game. I literally clicked the one token and clicked copy, but whatever. I'll just go back to the other page and copy it. Copy. See if it works right this time. Don't paste a billion tokens this time. Thank you. It's still not snapping.
Is it set to snap?
It is, yeah.
Alright, well.
Yeah, it's being kind of... Let me try pushing it on the map layer and then bringing it back. It's like it's not set as a token. It's still not. Alright, whatever. His token's broken. It's fine. He's a kid. He doesn't need to have a working, functional combat token. Just his, though. Everyone else is fine, right?
Get your boy. He doesn't have a good token.
I'm sorry, I'll talk to him.
You're his dad. Set a good example.
Yeah. All right, I'll put these folks over here.
Give him a good token, too.
She might be hanging out with them. Let's see. These 3 are going to be sticking to themselves. Put them right here. Okay. Who else we got? Let's put Echo's favorites together. And Shinira. And we'll put... let's see. These would be Oates' favorite people, I'll say. I mean, I call them favorite loosely, but these are people that you've kind of interacted with. Maybe Aldrich too, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put Jinhai near them. She can go with those folks. Nurnham's going to be by himself. I'll put these guys near each other. Sure, why not? Okay. All right. So this is in general kind of how it's laid out. Now there might be some part of this sort of camp that's off the screen a little bit. But again, this is like a part of the road that kind of juts out where other caravans have probably camped in the past, right? So they've kind of made their own tracks here, and the sort of like entrance to this offshoot from the main road is probably covered up with some heavy brush or something. You found an optimal camping spot, so it's a little bit hard to find. It's well hidden from potential threats, that kind of thing. These are all things we might take into account if, for example, I decide to try to roll to see if you get a combat encounter that interrupts your rest. You'll get bonuses based on those kinds of things. So, yeah, So, while you guys are getting ready to set up to camp through the night, anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, I would like to start by doing my ritual of the armor, and after that I would go to try and talk with Arcana.
Okay. All right.
I would like to go talk to Varro and a few other people before going to bed as well. We're on watch.
Sure.
And I'll be talking to Hoshiko at some point.
All right. So here, why don't we do this? Aldrich, you were talking to who again?
Karim, the blacksmith.
Blacksmith, Okara. Where'd she go? There she is.
She is in the middle there by Deacon. Oh, Medane.
I'm just going to put her token next to yours for a second. Okay. Oates, you were going to speak to who?
Varro.
Varro. The guy with the broken token.
Yeah.
All right. Medane, Hoshiko. All right.
Yes, sir.
And Echo, did you want to interact with anybody?
Echo is over to talk to Shanira and all of them. They're like, all right, so this is the first night. We're going to get together again, discuss things.
All right. Here, I'll just pull you down there with all of them. Your little...
I mean, you put them up there, so I moved them there, and now you moved them
you're
down
good.
here. All right.
I'm putting you here just so it's easier for me to keep track. It doesn't necessarily mean it's taking place right here.
Sure.
But it's just...
We're in the middle of the road. It's fine, just all gather, sit in a circle,
So I can
It's the perfect place for secret conversations.
It is the perfect place to see. Out in the open, right by the fire, where everyone can hear, yelling loudly.
No.
Directly next to the dude spying on you. It's perfect.
No.
I didn't say spying.
I say spying.
I said I wouldn't say it.
I'm not going to say it.
When we
he's already said it to Shanira and them. He's like, we need to figure out what the hell this dude's up to.
when we get to you guys, we can set up like where exactly you want the scene to take place, that kind of thing. That's fine. But first, we're gonna number you guys 1 through 4, starting at the bottom, going up to the top. Somebody roll me a d4, and we'll see who we start with. One d4. All right, we pick up with Echo. So, as we sort of fade in after this sort of like, I don't know if it was a montage or just like a scene establishing that they're setting up camp. What do we see? Where is the scene taking place, Echo?
Likely in whatever tent that they can get for privacy. Probably, like not too far away, where if like there were screams and cries for help, that like things would be there. But like if we were to walk around and then someone were to be like hanging around outside, we could go, hey, what you doing? Just like that kind of thing. Within like a raised voice's earshot, but not like directly next to everything there, sort of out of the way a little bit.
All right.
And as we sort of fade in, Echo is going, and like whenever he stabbed them, like worms were falling out, and it was very disgusting, and yeah, just like was not a very good time. But anyway, they're dead now. We made sure of that. They won't be bothering anyone else.
Kalia seems like she has a look of concern on her face, and she says, did anyone touch them?
I think Tetsuo may have, but I think that like the dwarf we met there, he was dealing with him. I think he touched him, and he's a holy man that still has powers. So like they can remove diseases and things like that.
She makes a face. Make an insight check.
12.
The face she makes seems like it might be. It's probably doubt. And she says,
the weird guy who's always watching me was wanting you to go take a look, but I don't know what's gonna happen there. And in all honesty, like, if he is infected, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah, she says, well, for Tetsuo's sake, I hope this magic dwarf can cure it. I don't know of a way that is possible. If he can't, he'll likely be dead in a few days. Maybe worse.
And I suppose we burn the body, make sure it doesn't spread, leave a memorial mark for him. See if what's there. I mean, we should be at creation in a few days. Maybe someone there will be able to help. Hopefully.
She nods, and she says, I tried every temple in 5 rings. None of them knew of a way to heal flesh corruption. I should take a look at him, though, to make sure. Maybe I should speak to this dwarf friend of yours, too. See if he indeed knows a way to cure it. I'd certainly like to hear about it.
They're like the weird magic people, like, you know, the armor dudes, you know, the swords and the oaths, and they, like, touch people and then, like, you know, be healed and all that stuff. Like...
she kind of, like, playfully, like, rolls her eyes. And, yeah.
What, they do that kind of thing, don't they?
Yeah. She says, sure, something like that.
Yeah. The holy men with, like, the stick up their butts. They go around, you know, like, you know, talking about my honor this and my honor that, and then they get glowy hand, and then they touch people, and they say, be healed.
Yeah. Yeah, she says, very well. I'll go take a look at Tetsuo, see how he's doing. Let me know if you need anything, Asher.
I mean, sure. I was going to, like, if you sure. I was looking around. It's like we're just here trying to look into some things. If you wanted to also, you know, be involved in that, I think you're someone that I can trust. You seem like you've got a really good head on your shoulders, and you seem really smarter than me. And so, like, I like, you know, having people around me that are smarter than me, because, you know, then when I'm, you know, being dumb, like, they can, you know, like, look at me, like, kind of you're looking at me right now. And
make a persuasion check.
Sure.
Yeah. She kind of smiles. She puts a hand on your shoulder, and she says, Asher, don't sell yourself so short. You're plenty smart.
Oh, you are too kind, Kalia. Too kind. But I know I am but a fool. As he sort of, you know, strums his little, you know, lyre. And that is all I am.
Yeah. She kind of like playfully rolls her eyes again. She says, very well. You're a fool. I'm going to check out our friend, see how he's doing.
If he coughs up slugs, yell, get away. I will come and will try stabbing him, although that didn't seem like it was working. Yeah, stabbing them didn't really work. What's her name? The Whispering Blade. She was effective, so make sure she's there if he, like, you know, lunges at you and tries to, like, spit up slugs.
Vela, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try to keep her close. She like
Hopefully
leaves
she
the.
has been plugged too. If she's plugged too, we might not have anyone. That's an issue.
Yeah, we see her like step out of the tent, and she like looks over her shoulder as you're saying that before she walks away, presumably to Tetsuo, the tent that Tetsuo and Vela are probably occupying right now. Is there anything you wanted to have with Shinira or Meilin?
Oh, I was looking to say, so Shinira, has anything else come back to you?
Take a look here. Where are you at, Shinira? Here we go.
If not, do we want to try one of those dance things again? I mean, that seemed to work. Works for me, at least.
Meilin rolls her eyes. Let me see here. I'm taking a look at Shinira's abilities here. Okay.
I'm sorry. Your very powerful and emotional dance memory performances that always leaves me breathtaking.
Ooh. Well, she's gonna try to see if she can remember anything else, but she has to make a save to do this, which is kind of the issue. So let me see. Is she good at intelligence saves? Yeah, she's got +5. She'd probably be fine. Alright. 21. That is a success. Okay. She seems to like close her eyes and focus really hard for a second before she says in a monotonous sort of tone. She says, I see hands. No, it's a lot of hands. It's a city of hands, molded together, grasping each other, each pulling another down, each reaching for something. She kind of like shakes her head, and she says, "No, they're reaching over each other. They're clambering to. It's the base of a pyramid. The pyramid stands in a desert. It's sculpted. It's from gold, reflecting a dark sun in the sky. The sky's red. It burns. It's hot. I get a foreboding sense from the hands. They stretch out to the horizon. Atop the pyramid, I see a bright, shining light. And then she shakes her head and opens her eyes. And she says, does that mean anything to you, Asher?
To me, no. As we've established, I don't know much. But, I mean, does it mean anything to you? Or you too? Either one of you? Callie is gone. I would have loved to get her opinion on that. She's smart on compared to me. You two are smart also, you know.
Shanira says, I get a sense of dread from it, foreboding sense. It feels as though it's important, but I can't remember why.
You know, all the people there, you'd think it'd be important, but I get what you're saying. Makes some sense there. Huh.
She's gonna try again. Let me give her another.
I would like to give her some bardic inspiration.
Ooh, okay.
To play my song for her to help her do this.
She gives her a D6, right?
Yep, D6.
Okay. Ooh, it's a 9 total. So she closes her eyes, seems to focus for a moment like before. This time, her hands come up to the sides of her temples, and she sort of like grabs this, each side of her head, kind of wincing in pain for a few seconds before she shakes her head and looks up at you, Asher, and says, I'm sorry.
Asher's immediately there holding her. Like, it's okay. It's all right. You don't have to. I get it. I don't want to push you. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to push you, Shanira. Just, you know.
She says, push me? Sorry.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I was trying to press for answers, and I think you got the brunt of maybe some sort of psychic mockery on a grand scale.
I'm sure it's fine, Garrett. Look, I'm feeling really tired.
What? No, what was that? That name? You just said there?
What? Oh, sorry. I meant Asher, right?
Who's Garrett?
Is that what I said?
Yeah. Definitely said Garrett. No one here's named Garrett.
I'm feeling very weak. I'm not sure where I got that name.
Do you need like something to drink, like water, ale? Do you need something to eat? You know, again, sorry, push you there. My fault, my bad, entirely.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I just feel really tired. I think I would just like to get some rest.
Okay, all right. Sounds good. You doing okay, Malin? You need anything? I can go get you. Anything at all?
Malin kind of looks at you and she kind of mouths the word Garrett? Like, question mark?
Oh, well. Let's see this there. I don't know.
Yeah, she's like, okay. She kind of had this look of concern on her face, like, do you know that person or something? But yeah, you successfully play it off. Yeah, she says, well, I suppose all things considered, it's been a good day for most of us. I hope Tetsuo is okay. Maybe Kali will have good news. Maybe it's something else, something that they can fix.
Sure, I suppose I should go check. I don't want to make sure she got like wormed or anything like that. You know, we everyone be on top of it before the infection spreads. All right.
Sure, I guess. Is there anything I can do
Again, he takes me and he goes, please watch Shanira. Make sure if anything happens, call, raise an alarm, be there. I'm sure everyone else will be there. Again, thank you so very much, Maylin. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You are wonderful, and I appreciate you so very, very much.
I'll keep an eye on her. Make sure she's not disturbed.
Okay.
If there's anything else I can do to help, just let me know.
You are already doing so much, and more than I ever thought possible. So, thank you. Thank you. Echo's gonna leave here and then start, wandering over to the tent where Kalia is. See what's going on in there.
Yeah, as you enter the tent, Tetsuo is.
Do we want to cut to someone else before we, do that? Because I've had a lot here. I want to make sure
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody roll me a D3. All right, we're going to Medane. So, Medane, where does this scene take place where you're interacting with Hashiko?
Wherever her wares are.
All right. Yeah, so she's probably got like a wagon hitched to a tree. She set up like a tent nearby. She hasn't unloaded most of her goods, but her tent is probably made from very fine fabrics. And she's probably got some of her basic supplies in there, bedroll, some candles, that kind of thing. As you approach, she's probably just setting up for the evening to get ready for bed. But I think the entrance to her tent is still pinned open. She's probably been traveling in and out, unpacking a few things.
I will use my my mage hand to kind of wave before entering.
You hear? Oh, is that? Oh, okay. Hello.
Hello. Hoshiko, correct?
Yeah. She kind of puts her hands together, palms, with her fingers pointed up in front of her, kind of slightly bows, and she says, "Yes, you can call me Redweave if you like. It's a moniker some people have taken to."
Well, Redweave then. I was hoping you could perhaps help me, as I have helped the caravan with my associates. I understand that you work with fine fabrics.
Yeah, she nods.
Do you have any skill at haberdashery?
Yeah, she tilts her head to one side, kind of curiously. I'm gonna have to look up what haberdashery is.
Hat making.
Hat making.
Okay. Store selling men's clothing, furniture. Okay. Hats. Okay. I'm sure she does. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think she does. She nods. She says, "Of course, been some time since I've made a hat."
Well, it won't be a very big one. It's not for me, you see. And Ayahoshi will come out from under my robes. He was kind of like weaved on my leg, and he kind of pops out.
She kind of curiously raises an eyebrow, and she goes, "You want me to make a hat for your cat?"
Yes, though you could call it a cat hat. Much quicker, easier.
Yeah, she kind of like claps, and she's like, "Oh, that's adorable. I would love to." She leans down to like pet Ayahoshi.
I actually hadn't thought about it being adorable. I just thought, well, a wizard's cat should have a hat. It just seems right.
Yeah, she goes, what kind of hat would you like, little creature? She like scritches behind the cat's ear. How does the cat react to her?
He's down for scritching.
Okay. Like leans his head to one side. Stands up and like arches his back a little bit, rubs against her leg.
Definitely headbutts a little.
Yeah. Yeah, she says, so was there a certain style you had in mind, or?
A steepled hat. Are you familiar with the style of wizards?
Let's see here. She probably would be. Let me take a look here. Well, she says, many different wizards from different parts of the world have different styles. Where are you from?
Well, that's neither here nor there. A steepled hat, one with perhaps stars.
Let's see here. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, she nods and she kind of like looks past you back at her wagon. She says, "Oh, I have something in mind. I'll need to get some more of my materials from the wagon. I wasn't planning on making a cat hat this evening, but I think it'll be quite fun."
Excellent. And as to the price, you were among those that very generously gave us a discount, were you not?
Yeah, she nods.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. And what do I owe for such a magnificent hat for a cat?
Yeah. Let's see here. Hey, Oates, do you remember what I charged you for the cloak by chance?
I believe it was 20 gold?
Yeah.
25?
That sounds right. Let me see here. Okay. Ooh. She says, what quality are you looking to get? I mean, I can give you something rather plain, simple materials, like wool or linen. That would be fairly cheap. However, if you're
Ayohoshi hisses.
Yeah, she says, "Of course, dear. Something that's clearly not suited to your caliber. We need something fine, made from silks, perhaps, or something more fine. One of my top of the range products from particularly rare silks." She says, "Would that be more suited to little Hoshi here, you think?" So basically,
he kind of like head rubs again.
She's presenting you with a fine hat. Like, we're not going with the standard anymore. Would you like a fine hat or like a very fine hat made from rare materials?
Let's just go fine for now.
Right. So she says, "I think I could probably do it for 2 gold. I mean, it is a small hat after all. It's just for, it won't take too much material."
Oh, and the very fine?
Well, the very fine, with a discount, starts at 15, but it can go as high as 150. That's
What would 25 get?
She nods, and she says, "Well, with your discount, why don't we just call it 20?" And ooh, let's see here. Yeah, this is kind of funny. She says, does Hoshi here know how to cast magics by chance?
Well, no, I cast them through him.
Okay. Let me think here. Okay. All right. And okay. All right. That's perfect, actually. She nods and she says, "Very well. Then Hoshi will likely need something to use as a focus, I suppose. I think I have something in mind. It should help keep him a bit safer. I think I can rig some enchantment where the stars might help distract any potential attackers. I mean, a cat with a wizard's hat on is a strange sight, and especially if the wizard hat is emitting a strange moving pattern."
I think that's a brilliant idea. I love it.
She nods, and she says, "I'll be sure to include my very own weaver's blessing with the garment as well. It'll fade as the hat is worn and breaks in, but its other properties will stay intact."
Wonderful. Are you sure I can't convince you to take 5 more gold?
She kind of smiles, and she says, "Well, if you insist."
Yeah, I'll pay her an extra 5.
Sure. She says, "I'll work on it this evening. I should have it ready for you by morning."
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
No problem. No problem at all. I mean, it's nice to make something for such a cute little critter, and you all have been doing a wonderful job of keeping us safe. So, really, the pleasure is mine, and I appreciate your business.
And the only other thing Medane's doing tonight is when it's his turn for watch, he's staying close to that tent.
Yeah, okay. Make sure that nothing happens to that tent while she's working on this hat. Okay,
right.
so mechanically, I'll go ahead and tell you what this hat is that you're getting for Hoshi. It's called the Starwoven Hat. The hat shimmers like starlight, subtly distracting enemies. Attackers have disadvantage on their first attack against anyone wearing the hat. It does require attunement. And if as long as the wearer has not attacked them first. So it kind of works almost like a cloak of displacement, but it deactivates if the cat attacks them or something like so. More like Sanctuary, I guess.
Cool.
And it'll come with the Weaver's Blessing, which I think Oates also got on a cloak. So the way the Weaver's Blessing works is when the wearer wears the garment, they gain 1 temporary hit point per level, and this lasts until the next long rest, and then it fades. So the Weaver's Blessing's temporary, but the normal magical properties of the hat stay. And you're getting a heck of a deal on this too, because it's a small hat for a cat. This isn't something you could wear, but the cat can. I suppose if you met like a tiny creature, they could wear the hat. If you wanted to put it on someone else, but yeah.
Go for my dead cat.
yeah. Well, cat's dead. You want this fairy who's tagging along with us? Sure, I'll wear it. All right. So that's kind of how that will work. If you need me to write a precise wording for you for like a card, I can do that. Just let me know. Is there anything else you'd like to talk to Red Weave Hoshiko about?
No, that was it. Mission accomplished.
Good job. All right. Somebody roll me a D2. One D2. All right. Oates. We see you approaching Varro. Where would you like this scene to take place?
Well, it would be more of a walking scene, so
Okay.
where we are is actually perfect on the map.
Yeah. Maybe you're like walking around the perimeter or what have you, up and down the road. Sure.
Boy, I hear you've been giving God problems with your token. You got to get that in order.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know.
You just have to fit in, or
What's this-
nature might smite you.
What's this token you're speaking of? I'm not sure what you mean, he says, as his token is still broken here. Broken Token Varro, that's his name from now on. Yeah, what do you want to chat with him about? As we see the two of you walking around. Let's see here. He looks kind of weary, I guess. Tired, I suppose. What are you saying as we fade over to the two of you?
I would be... So, Varro, I know that we are reaching the end of the journey, and I'm not quite sure where you and your sister are going to end up. But I do know that you're almost a man, and like my father before me, and I'd like to gift you something. A weapon. Something to protect yourself on the road ahead.
Yeah, he seems kind of surprised. And he says, really? A weapon?
Yes, it's traditional for a young man to take a weapon when he comes into adulthood, to provide for his family, to protect his kin. And I don't know if you will continue joining us on this on these travels, so I want to make sure that I give you this before you go.
Yeah, he says, he seems kind of taken aback and surprised. He says, Mr. Oates, you should know before you give me a weapon you might need. And he kind of like brushes his cloak to one side, and you see the hilt of a dagger on his hip. And he says, been keeping it hidden just in case. I mean, look, you never know. I just wanted to keep my sister safe. You never know what we might run into on the road.
You don't have to explain. And I understand the fear you and your sister have been feeling. That's why I've tried to take you under my wing through this travel. But a dagger is not something you can hold against a charging enemy, a beast, a bandit.
Yeah, he nods. Did you have something better in mind?
Well, I didn't know how you would feel about me offering you my spear, or we could go see for Hokara and buy you something.
A spear? Well, that would be great. Yeah, it's certainly a bigger weapon, and I think that would be very useful. And I don't have much coin to buy something from Hokara, but I appreciate it.
I kneel down next to him and plant my spear in front of him. Then you can take mine. This was my father's before me, and it's protected, hid me and him, and I want it to protect you and Dahlia.
Yeah, he says, thank you, Mr. Oates. It's, from what I hear, it's served you well so far. It's not magical, is it?
No.
Good. Whew, good. I hate magic. Okay, well, yeah, this would make a fine weapon. And he kind of like clumsily brandishes it. You know, he tries spinning around in his hand a couple times. Let's see if he does any good with it. Let's see, what's his skill here? It's not great. Let's see how he does with it. Ooh. he kind of fumbles it. It drops and lands on the ground. He catches it before it like lands flat, like it bounces on one end. Then he catches it and picks it back up. And he's like, "Well, I'll get the hang of using it. I mean, it's bigger than anything I've used so far."
Of course, you can join me in the morning to practice if you wish.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, Mr. Oates.
And that would be about the end of the whole conversation. It would just be casual conversation.
Yeah, we see you guys like rounding, coming back around to the part of the camp where you started, right? And you hear him go, like he yells out. He says, "Hey, Della, I got something awesome to show you." And he goes running off and into nearby tent.
And then I would make my way to Hoshiko to where I would spend my money.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you make your way to Hoshiko's tent. Sure. And we fade to black as we hear like soft giggling. I think she was the one who had hit on you, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here, let me bring you guys here. Move you there, and then I'll put him here. There we go. All right. Now, roll me a D1. No, I'm just kidding. Aldrich, as we fade over to you, where would you like this scene to take place?
I think I'll be leaving my tent and going to Hokara to speak with her.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we see you standing near Hokara as we fade in. She's probably just setting up some of her stuff. She might be getting a fire going in like a portable forge or something as you're approaching. What do you say to kick off the conversation?
Or something like, Kim, how have you fared from the sport since the last time we talked? How was this little bit of traveling that we have done?
She nods and she says, fair, I suppose. Although the road is more dangerous than I'd like from what I hear. It's a good thing we have you and your friends looking out for us. I understand there's there's a rumor that Tetsuo is not faring so well. Do you know what happened?
Oh, this thing spread fast. Well, he's contracted affliction from one of the creatures that we combated. But I don't want to invade his privacy.
She nods and she says, well, that's honorable of you. What kind of affliction are we talking? Is it throat leeches or something more?
It's curious.
How bad are we talking?
Well, I can't do anything for him right now. I have a plan, but even so, I don't know if it's going to... No, if I would be able to help him. Either way, I'll be there for him in the end if it comes to that.
Good. An honorable death, then, if it comes to that. Wouldn't want his soul to be pulled from the wheel.
Sure. That sure will be a sin to the Emperor.
It's
Yeah.
It's a shame. He's done well helping us so far, caring for the animals. But I suppose that's the way of things.
Yeah, I don't know him for too long, but he sure was. Well, he didn't hesitate to enter in the fight with us. He was eager to help.
Yeah, well, we're all in this together, right? I mean, even though it seems the world itself is coming apart, all we really know for sure that we have is each other, at least for the time being.
Agreed. Yeah, that's true.
So, is there something I can help you with, Aldrich?
Yeah, my friend. I'm a bit ashamed of saying so, but it's been quite a while since I don't work on the maintenance of my armor. I feel, even ignoring the time shift and like that, it's been quite a few decades. So
You've not been maintaining it.
yes, it's holding only by its spirit.
Spirit?
Yeah, it's spirit, the armor spirit.
She kind of furrows her brow at you, and she says, "What do you mean?"
I'm sorry to ask you that. I mean, aren't you a blacksmith?
She nods. Sure. I mean,
Everything changed this much since So it's been a few thousand years.
I mean, I don't think so. I've worked with some magical gear before, although it's been some time. It's just, well, you're a cleric, yes?
Well, I wasn't before, but I feel like I am now. Before this whole arcane cataclysm, I was more of a paladin.
Oh.
I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Well, maybe things were different in your time. And look, I'm not trying to cast judgment on you. I mean, I was always, well, we were more akin to strength, my husband and I. But it's my understanding, at least by today's standards, that living enchantments, weapons, armor that have a spirit or a soul trapped in the item, it's considered a bit of a blasphemy, isn't it?
Oh, you mean a cursed object? No, it's not like that. It's not like we take a spirit to infuse in the armor. It's the spirit of the armor itself. You create it when you hammer the iron.
So, to be clear, Aldrich, it was different in your time.
Yes.
This is something that has changed.
Sounds like so.
As far as like people's perception of it, right? Like, it sounds like what she's saying is like a living item is considered a blasphemy these days. She's like,
in absolute, not like cursing someone to be part of something.
yeah, it's not.
Not
She's
yet,
not.
right.
She's not talking about a cursed item. She's talking about one that's got any kind of like sentience to it.
All right.
But before the, as you put it, the arcane cataclysm, things might have been different. Like, it might have been a blasphemy to like rip the soul out of a person and force it into a sword, sure, but like infusing a sword with like magical essence that gives it a soul of itself, that's not a blasphemy. But she doesn't seem to understand the difference. So she's a bit confused.
Well, would like to take a look at it so you can decide what to think of it.
Yeah, she says, I would love to take a look at it. I mean, it seems like a unique piece of history.
History. Well, I get it.
Yeah, she nods and she says it's rare that someone would get to inspect a relic of the past such as this. And if you need help maintaining it, I can do what I can. Provide you with some particular sacred oils instead of the ones that we would typically use. Maybe it would be more suited to them.
Yeah, that would be much appreciated. I also have to, if you can, share with me how to maintain it.
Share with you what?
The knowledge of how to maintain it. As
Yeah.
I said, it's been a few decades since I didn't take care of myself or the armor.
She nods and she says, I have some of my husband's old manuals. Perhaps I can take a look and see if there's anything about sacred equipment in there, or anything that would match the description of this piece. Would you like to leave it with me overnight? I'll see what I can find out.
Of course. I have no opposition to that.
Do you are you wearing it right now, or do you just like hand it to her?
Yeah, I think that I wouldn't have to grab the armor and carry it to her.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't don it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's probably kind of bulky. I mean, at least the torso part of it at the very least. Maybe some of the other stuff you can kind of stack on top or fold over in places. But yeah, you hand it over to her. She let's see what happens here. Let me see here 1 second. I like this too because we're kind of hinting at something else happening with the cataclysm that created the waste. Like that there was something more to that story. Like you mentioned the arcane cataclysm. I like that. That's what I'm going to start referring to it as, I think, and it leaves some opportunity to kind of play with some more lore there. Okay, so you hand her the oh man. Okay, you hand her the armor, and let me just read this to you. As Hukara's fingers graze the cold, time-worn metal of Aldrich's armor, her breath catches. The world around her vanishes, not into darkness, but into light. A golden blaze floods her vision, blinding and all-consuming. When the light recedes, she stands in a massive citadel made of brass and basalt, built into the bones of a fallen mountain. The air is still, the weight of silence absolute. Ahead of her is a throne, a monumental towering seat of metal and flame. A figure sits upon it, armored in radiant plate, faceless beneath a crown that bleeds molten light. He does not move. He does not need to. Around him kneel thousands of warriors, silent, still, and staring ahead without blinking. A voice deep as tectonic rumble speaks, not aloud, but inside her mind. Let me see here. Hang on 1 second. I want to test something really quick.
Check. Order is not kind. It is not just. It is only the thing that stands when all else fails.
She sees the vision flicker within the throne's fire. Suddenly, seated on the throne, she sees Aldrich, as he was, one of many, bearing a torch in a time of divine certainty. His armor unscarred, his face unburdened.
The stone that resists is broken. The stone that yields is shaped. What are you, daughter of flame and fury?
The Emperor's fire pulses, Hokara feels the pressure of his gaze, though the figure never turns. The golden light spreads behind the throne, rays becoming spears, turning into laws, into walls, into prisons, and then shattering.
They fled the fire when they should have become it.
The vision ends abruptly. She stumbles back into the present, the armor cool beneath her hand, her heartbeat a war drum. She steps out of the tent, looks up to the sky, to the stars above, which somehow look dimmer now. She kind of shakes her head side to side, and she says, I saw something. I'm not sure what the meaning of it was. Sorry, Aldrich. Which Arcana do you follow again? The Emperor?
The Emperor, yes.
I give her a roll. Just gonna have to make a wisdom save, I think. She's not great at them. All right, let's see. Let's see how she does. Please roll well. It's not great. She doesn't have any special bullshit for this, does she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's immune to frightened while standing near a lit forge or campfire. And I did say she lit the forge. Okay. So she has this look of kind of fear on her face. Like she seems intimidated, scared by what she saw for a second, but she immediately composes herself and takes a couple breaths, and she says, well, perhaps there is still hope. I don't understand this. I've never seen something like that from touching a piece of armor before, but perhaps the Emperor still has an eye on you, Aldrich.
I am sure of it.
She nods and she says, perhaps this is reason for us all to still have some faith in the Arcana, even in such dire times. She kind of like looks up to the sky again, closes her eyes and bows her head forward slightly. And she says, do you know any prayers to the Emperor, Aldrich? Is there any... Like I said, my husband and I, we followed strength mainly, but do you know any prayers that I could learn?
Oh, yes, of course, but do you prefer it in your tongue or how we used to say?
I think it would be best to follow in the old way rather than change it for what's new. Something tells me that you are closer to the Emperor than we are.
Would you like me to change it?
She nods.
Well, Salve Imperator, Deus Humanitas. Salve Imperator Misericordiae. Vita salus et estes nostra salve. Ad te clamamus, exules filitere. Ad te suspiramus, gementes et flentes. In hac vale tenebrarum, ea ergo mediator noster. Illumina nos, lumine tuo, e pot hanc militiam nostrum, ostende nobis gloria tuam, Ave Imperator, Dominus Humanitatis, pro te pugnamus, ad mortem et ultra.
Can you DM that to me?
For sure.
And I assume that this is Dorvish
That
you're speaking.
Well, that's Latin, but
well, in
you can pick
game,
up.
in game is
Yeah.
No, in game
Yeah,
it's
I got
Latin
it.
also. We're creating Rome and we're putting it in your world, all right?
It could be ancient dwarvish.
Yeah, or maybe Celestial, I suppose, could be a good fit too for Latin. Maybe up to you.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah, get Celestial, yeah. Let me get to it here.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna add this to her sheet because she knows this prayer, and I want her to be able to perhaps use this as a mantra. You might have inadvertently just made it a convert for the Emperor.
For the Emperor, for Rome.
For the Emperor, yeah.
She says, does Daughter of Fire and Flame and Fury, does that mean anything to you, Aldrich?
It sounds like something that from... Well, surely it would be linked to the mountain, but maybe Brenhelm.
He said, the stone that resists is broken. The stone that yields is shaped. I'm not sure what that means. He's also said, order is not kind, or just. It's the only thing that stands when all else falls, I think.
Well, that's the creed of the Emperor. You have... It's not like he came to... Not like he came to make us feel well. But through his teachings, we shape ourselves into what we need to be.
She nods. She says, very well. Well, I have a lot to learn about the Emperor, I suppose. But I think it's time to learn it.
Well, the Arcana are vast and a deep well of knowledge to try to sort from. So all of us have much to learn from them. After all, aren't we all here in the will to do so?
She nods and she says, right, well, I have a lot to think about and some work to do for this armor. Feel free to check in the morning and I should have something for you as far as keeping it maintained.
I deeply appreciate that, Ken. And Aldrich would bow and then take his leave.
Yeah, she bows in return, and we see her like bring the armor into her tent, kind of lay it out on a table, and like staring at it kind of ominously for a moment, and we fade out on that shot, and back to Echo, who is walking into Tetsuo's tent, I believe. And Echo, as you enter the tent, you see Tetsuo laid on a like a bedroll or a cot that's been set up. Vela is standing nearby watching the door. She might have been like seated in a chair or something. As you enter, she kind of stands up and gives you a nod. Kalia is nearby. She's leaning over Tetsuo and she's saying, she's basically trying to convince him to show her the wound. He's refusing so far. He's also covered in sweat. Like, he is sweating a lot. His skin probably looks a little bit pale in the face. He just doesn't look very well. He's not like screaming in pain or anything right now. He just doesn't look super healthy. You know, he's sweating a lot and he's a little bit pale.
Yeah, no. Looks rough. Just gonna move on in, find a cloth, see if I can dab at his forehead a little bit, maybe, like thumbs up, thumbs down,
She just kind of shakes her head side to side. She says, please, Tetsuo, I just need to look at it. Would you just give me a moment? Maybe I can help. Yeah, he kind of like calms down a bit with the wet cloth on his head. But he doesn't offer her his wrist or anything. He just says, Kalia, please. I just need some rest. I'll be fine in the morning.
Very well, Tetsuo. I want to ask you if you are wrong, can I get your horses?
Make a persuasion check, I guess.
In all honesty, you're like not going to be around here anyway. So, you're refusing Kalia, who is like trying to treat you. So you know what? Like, I'm just gonna let you know, I'm calling dibs on the horses. All right. I'm gonna have new names for them and everything. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let them run free. They're gonna be so I'm just gonna start horrifying them a little bit about be like, I don't want to die. No, kind of,
Let me see. He might roll lower. Oh, he ties you. Well, I'm gonna say you make it, break it, Echo. He says, look, if something happens to me, sure, Asher, you can have the horses, but look, I have a migraine. It just drives me crazy. Will you just leave me be? Let me get some rest, please.
Kalia going, I mean, I think he's dead. He's giving me the horses. Like, this is terminal. The rat I know would have sworn at me. Told me to get the hell out of here, you know? Not saying, sure, you can have the horses. Something is seriously wrong, all right?
Well, he said, if something happens to me, you can have the horses, sure.
Which you know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to play up Echo. Echo isn't here to get this guy's horses, all right? Echo is, you know, here to convince the guy maybe I should take my health a little more seriously, you know?
Is that what you were trying to convince him of? Okay.
I mean, yeah, no, I wasn't really actually after trying to get the. I mean, if I had gotten the horses, that's good. Like, yeah, sure, you know, like that's fine. But like, really, the idea was put the fear of, you know, what happens to the things I care about if I'm not here.
Okay.
So that he has reasons to go, oh, you want to help me? Sure, yeah, no, like, you know.
All right. Yeah,
not fight the healer anymore.
All right, yeah. I mean, I did say you make it break it. So if that's what you're trying to persuade him of, then that's what you persuade him of. So he says, look, very well, Kalia, if it would satisfy you and allow me to get some rest and to tend to my animals in the morning. Here. And he holds out his arm and he pulls like his sleeve up. And Kalia takes a look, and we see on his arm just a very slight puncture. Just a little dot, maybe about the size of a pinprick. It's red. It's a little bit swollen. However, that's not really the source of your concern. What is immediately concerning is what's going on with the skin around this sort of puncture wound, as it looks like the veins in his skin are writhing like snakes. However, it's clearly not veins doing this. It's probably worms just under the skin. The flesh around the wound is red with infection. There might be a slight bit of ejecta or like pus coming out of the wound, basically. And he groans with pain when she touches his hand. And he kind of winces and pulls back. She is wearing gloves when she does this, which is probably smart for her to do. I mean, she's encountered this stuff before. She'd probably know better. And she takes one look at it, looks up at you, Echo, and shakes her head side to side, raises an eyebrow. And she says, well, Tetsuo, it's not promising, I'll be honest with you, but we'll do whatever we can to fix this. Maybe someone in creation can help. She looks at you, Asher, like, what do you want to do? She kind of like widens her eyes at you.
I look at Tetsuo and I said, "You want to sleep?"
Yeah, he says, I'd give my right arm to be able to sleep.
I look up. Is the thing on his right arm?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I look up at Kalia and I'm like, do you think amputation is a viable, course? Or is it too late?
Let's see. I'll give her a roll with advantage. Because she has encountered it before. Let's see. Kalia, where are you at? Here you are. Let's see your skills here. Okay. Medicine. She crits. Hang on a second. Accidentally. There we go. Accidentally popped out the Roll20 chat. I had to fix that really quick. All right. She crits. So she knows everything about this. And she says, I went through old records, people encountering this infection. From what I understand, amputation doesn't help unless it's done immediately. I'm guessing it's in his bloodstream by now. Spreading to the rest of the body. There's nothing we can cut off that will help. He likely has a few days.
We have a few days trip to get to where we're going and see if we could find a solution. And if not, then we will seriously talk about what we can do with the things you care about, Tetsuo, and what you want done. Because you were brave, and you were honorable, and that means something.
He kind of grimaces and he says, told your dwarf friend already, put me down if I start to become not myself.
Yes, and then what do you want to have happen to your things after that?
Don't care much about my things, just try to take care of the animals. Keep them fed. You can divide up my gear however you see fit. Doesn't matter to me.
I'm not giving up, but I want to know what happens if the worst happens. We're gonna plan for the worst and hope for the best.
Kalia says,
and in the morning I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna badger you about all of your life so that I can write the ballad about you. All right?
I look forward to it, Asher.
All right, great. Look at Kalia. Do you think he could be contagious with your 20 in this thing here?
Well, as long as he doesn't bleed on anyone, bite anyone, it should be okay. But he could infect someone if those things were to happen.
And I look over at the Whispering Blade, and I'm like, you're aware of those things there? The possibilities of infection there?
She nods. She doesn't pull the dagger all the way out from its sheath, but she like pulls it out like an inch or two from the sheath. Puts it back in.
Alright. Oh, Kalia, might I escort you back to your tent this evening?
She kind of nods and she says, Tetsuo, if you start to get any strange urges or thoughts, you need to let us know, okay? He says, right now I'm having the urge to throw you out of my tent. Does that count?
Does that seem strange to you? I think that's very common. All right.
Very well.
If you have common urgents, you can keep those to yourself. All right. I'm going to take Kalia's arm and sort of just, casually escort out. Probably stop over by the two people here. Let them know about the situation at the very least, and that possibly a good idea to keep an eye on the goings on to make sure, Tetsuo doesn't get up and bite, Vela in his sleep or bleed on her or anything like that.
Yeah, Renji says, we can check in if you like. Encountered flesh-corrupted creatures before. They can be dangerous.
He nods. Well, hopefully we can find something in creation that can help him. But if not, he's made his wishes known to myself and to our dwarven friend.
He says, Renji says, as far as I know, there's only one thing that can help him now.
Hopefully there are people that are smarter than you and me, who know more things. He looks over at Kal. And then at Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki says, maybe we're about due for a miracle, Renji. And Renji kind of shrugs and says, I don't put much faith in miracles.
He goes, well, I may have seen one or two, but they all came in the form of people. Anyway, best of luck. Have a good evening.
You as well, Asher. Kalia. They kind of bow slightly at Kalia.
Oh. See, look, they respect you very much. Says playfully as he sort of, walks on, sort of, hoping Kalia will, walk with him.
Yeah, she does. And she's like, well, it's smart to respect your healer. You never know when you're going to need them.
Indeed. I may have a bit of a troubling conundrum that perhaps I could get your advice on. He says as he's sort of walking next to her.
Yeah, what is it?
After you left, Meilin has been helping Shanira remember things. Shanira thinks she was made to forget some certain things. She's seen interesting signs. A golden pyramid. Do you know anything about that?
Golden pyramid. She wasn't there for the previous interaction with Meilin and stuff, right?
No. This is literally the first she's hearing about this.
Yeah, let me take a look at her stuff here. Yeah, she shakes her head side to side and says, golden pyramids? No, like a ziggurat? Or...
What?
Well, I mean, it's like an ancient structure.
Probably a ziggurat. Seemed from what you're saying, it would have been past, so it would have been old. So yes, like an old pyramid. If ziggurat means old pyramid, then yes, an old pyramid.
Similar, I think, but made of gold. Symbology doesn't. It's not anything I've heard of before.
She said another thing that it's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Oh, what's that?
It's the name of so you see he's sort of gathering himself and sort of takes a deep breath as he says, Garrett.
She insight checks you.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a counter roll if you like.
I mean, it's pretty clear to say that he's affected by this. So I don't think that there's any role there. That's what she can definitely get. It's definitely a name that has shaken him. He's definitely, concerned hearing this name.
What's the name? Asher.
It's an old thief. Old thief from creation.
Okay, so an acquaintance of yours?
Something like that. I knew him a long, long time ago.
Okay.
He was a decent fellow, not like the best of people. But he was a decent enough guy to know. Never really wanted to cause people many problems. Good with his word. Pretty quick on his feet, Old hand does a lot of things. A lot of people call him good old Garrett. Started as a runner in a little area, Grimsby, making deliveries, breaking into places, seeing what he could find.
Okay. And he's a friend of yours?
I can't say if I ever truly knew the man.
So why do you seem so concerned, so uneasy?
'Cause Garrett died a long time ago.
She doesn't have advantage on this. Let me see. She says, well, what have you learned about Nira's, or Maylin for that matter? What have you learned about their abilities?
All I know is Maylin, when she dances, you see things. Things seem to be from your past. The things she's shown me are things that no one else would have known or seen.
And Nira?
Nira is a mystery. Nira is what I was trying to figure out. Like I said, I'm not the most clever man or the most smartest person, and you are someone who I trust, and that's why I wanted to see your thoughts. And then tonight happened, and I figured I should pick your brain on what I should do upon hearing the name of a long dead man.
Well, I suppose there are a few possibilities. Maybe she met this friend of yours, Garrett, sometime before he passed, or heard some kind of story about him. If Mei Lin's abilities are tied to memory, maybe Nira has spoken to her about what she's seen, or somehow maybe this information is tied to your memory of him.
Perhaps. I don't have many good memories, Garrett. At least not ones that haven't been tainted by the passage of time.
Well, maybe whatever is going on has something to do with him. Although you say he wasn't necessarily good, maybe he's not necessarily bad either. Although I suppose it doesn't matter anymore.
Bad? No, wouldn't call him bad. Foolish? Yes. He was a damned fool.
I thought you said you were a fool.
We're all fools.
Well, it's just that when you say it about Garrett, it seems to have a much more negative connotation.
Well, from what I have heard, he got a lot of people that he was supposed to look after and care about hurt or killed or in trouble. Led people into a trap.
By accident?
What is accident? What is accident when you should have known better about a bad job?
Sometimes we don't know better, Asher. Can't save everyone.
No, you can't. And Tetsuo is going to be the next person that apparently cannot be saved.
Probably. But doesn't mean we should just give up.
No, didn't say that either, but I'm glad we're on the same page. Not giving up.
The next few days are gonna be harder for him.
What can we do to make him comfortable?
Not much. Rest isn't going to come easy for him. First couple days won't be so bad, but towards the end it's going to be excruciating for him. Hopefully, we can find someone who knows how to deal with this before then.
Hopefully. not, hopefully we can stop him before he hurts other people.
Hopefully. I've heard that some beg for death when they get close to the end. Well, I suppose this is my tent. I'll try to get some salves together, anything that might help him in the meantime, but I don't know how much good it will do. Maybe a slight bit more comfort, or maybe I can find something that might just knock him out so he doesn't feel any pain.
Is she still wearing the gloves she wore at the examination?
She's probably taken them off and has them on her hip or something. Like,
sure. I'm gonna take her hand and sort of, press a kiss to sort of the back palm things go. Thank you very much. And that he will turn and slowly make his way away.
Well, rest easy, Asher. We're going to need
Always
you.
do. I'll be here.
I as well. She steps into her tent.
Mm-hmm. Asher's gonna go his tent.
All right. Does anybody else want to have another scene before we get the rest tonight?
Do we have to work out watches? Oh, wait, hold on. I think Aldrich has something.
What you got, Aldrich?
Oh, yeah. I would like to visit Tetsuo for a second. Just a quick thing.
Visit who again?
Tetsuo.
Tetsuo. All right, sure, yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'll just get there. And, well, may I come in?
Yeah, Vela comes to the entrance of the tent and she says, she kind of looks out, looks left, looks right, looks at you and says, he's not feeling too great.
That's exactly why I came here.
Come on in. He might tell you to leave.
Right.
She holds the tent flap open for you as you walk in. Yeah, you're greeted to pretty much the same scene as before. He's laid out on a cot. He's sweating profusely. Right. He's trying to rest, but he's clearly not asleep.
Oh, friend, I'll leave in a second. Don't mind me. Just, well, it may not help you much, but maybe it could take away the edge. And I would guess cure wounds on him.
Yeah, okay. Sure. You gonna link the spell?
Of course. Where's my spell? I have to just open my sheet, and I know where it is. What?
Just in case it has any funny wording, I'd like to take.
I don't think so. Could just hit points.
It's a necromancy, right?
Yes. Why can't I just post it from here?
Here, I can find it in the compendium, I think.
Yeah.
Click the I next to the spell in your spell list. It should post.
Oh yeah, but I'm not finding it in the scholars.
It's not in your spell list. Did you?
Oh yeah, so it's not prepared. So let's go with healing word.
Oh, healing word instead. All right.
Yeah, you're right. So.
All right. Creature your choice. You can see within range. Creature you can see within range regains hit points. It's evocation. All right. Let me see. Is he currently missing any hit points? I don't think he is. Let's see. He has 16 right now. I think that's his max, but let me check. Yeah, okay. So, mechanically, he doesn't regain any hit points, but that's only because he's already at max. You cast the spell if you're paying attention. What's your passive perception?
I think that's 16, but let me double check. 16, yes.
Okay, you can roll just to see if you get higher, but the lowest you can make on this check is a 16, I guess.
All right. Perception is
26. Okay.
Yeah.
So you see when you cast this spell on him, the puncture wound I described on his wrist earlier closes. It stops emitting like pus from the wound itself. However, the worms writhing under the skin continue to do their thing. It doesn't seem to have hurt him. It does seem to work in a positive way on him. It doesn't cure him of the disease curse thing that he's suffering from.
I meant that as a palliative, just to see if it would make him feel a little better.
Yeah, I mean he's still sweating. He still seems generally like unwell. But it probably makes him feel a bit better. I would say like it reduces some of the pain in his wrist that he's currently feeling. Just not by much, you know? Like the uncomfortableness that he's experiencing right now is going to get much worse. But if he was at a 10 right now, he's probably not. He's definitely not at a 10 on the scale that he's going to be. But if he was at a 10, you might have reduced it to like a 9, maybe an 8. So yeah, I would say maybe it helps a bit. But yeah, like
he's feeling a lot of pain.
Yeah, well, it's gonna get much worse, but I wouldn't say he's at a 10 out of 10 right now. I'm just saying he's if he was at a 10, it probably reduces the pain like 10 to 20%, you know. Like he's got a lot of pain that's not just in his wrist right now. But it helps with the wrist, with the wound pain, the small wound he had. He does probably kind of calm down slightly, stops flailing as much, and just kind of.
You wouldn't be able to sleep comfortably, right?
He wouldn't be able to what?
Sleep comfortably.
Sleep comfortably?
Or
no.
well.
No, he's not gonna be able to sleep well.
Yeah, I fear that didn't help a lot. Would you wouldn't mind if I cast sleep on you?
You want to cast sleep on him?
Yeah, I'm asking him if he would prefer to be put on magical sleep instead of just flailing the whole night.
Yeah, he begs you to. Yeah, he's like, please cast sleep on me. I'm exhausted. I need rest. All right. 22 points of sleep effect. Let me check something really quick. Let me check something really quick. Okay. All right. Yeah, he falls unconscious immediately. You cast the spell. He immediately passes out, falls unconscious.
Okay. So I'm going out and I'm going to discuss the watches with the rest of the people.
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna go meet up with the rest of the players, and you guys are gonna figure out watches.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. So guys, players, I'm assuming Aldrich comes by your tent at some point. How do you guys want to do watches, if you're going to be doing them at all, for the evening?
Well, I would prefer to go when it's darkest.
When it's darkest, okay. So maybe
I'll go second darkest.
All right.
Okay.
So darkest probably is gonna be second and third watch, if I had to guess.
Yeah. And just before my watch then, I would share with Madame the Yell of the Night. For the 40 minutes that I can.
Okay. Sharing. Yeah, sure.
300 feet of dark vision.
Okay. You share dark vision with Medane.
Yeah.
All right. So it sounds like two of you are on second and third. Echo, Oates, do you want to take a watch?
If someone tries to come get me, I'd poke my head out of the tent and say, "Why don't you get Jinhai's soul or the Hound to do it? I'm a little busy."
Yeah, he pokes his head out of the tent and he says that, and then you see like a red scarf come from behind him come up over the top of his head and wrap around his neck and like pull him back into the tent. He was shirtless too, oddly enough. You can definitely get an NPC to take a watch if you want to. That is an option. And Echo, I'm guessing, is not responding. Are you with us, friend?
I'm a little busy right now.
All right.
But if you absolutely need Echo,
he's on the moon.
I think he was with. Yeah.
You stop by Echo's tent and you hear robot noises. I think he was gonna.
You dare investigate?
I think it was gonna say, if you absolutely need Echo to take a watch, he will. I think that's what he was gonna say.
Yeah, I think so too.
But if I was wrong, Brandon, feel free to DM me. He's probably taking care of something in his house right now, I'm guessing.
He said that was it.
Okay. All right. So I guess since Aldrich and Medane are the two for sure taking watches, you guys decide who gets first and who gets fourth watch. You can choose from Echo or any of the NPCs to take a watch.
Well, if we're going for an NPC, maybe we could recruit Yuki.
Okay. Yeah, Yuki agrees to take a watch if you need her to.
All right.
about what's her name? Vela. She had a magic knife. And some good scouting abilities.
Yeah, you stop by Tetsuo's tent to grab Vela, and she says, Asher kind of wanted me to stay close to Tetsuo just in case. She kind of like, you see her eyes dart to her dagger.
Oh, of course.
You can try to persuade her to leave.
No. Medane didn't realize that.
Yeah, you weren't there
Asher
for
gave that.
Yeah.
So he understands the greater good on that one.
You could also take Riverbend's Oath's suggestion and ask.
Jinhai
What's the name
Soul?
of the guy? Jinhai, yeah.
Let's see. Jinhai Soul is the guy with the sword.
He's down there with all the others.
Yeah, this guy right here. All right, so let me just kind of organize y'all. So we got Medane on second or third, and Aldrich on second or third. Which one do you guys want, second or third? How about Medane 2, Aldrich 3? Does that sound good?
I'm good with that.
All right, and then we were going to do Yuki. You want Yuki on 1? Or Jinhai Soul on 1?
What do you think?
First watch and fourth watch. Which one do you want these two on? Like Yuki on first watch, Jinhai on fourth watch? Is that what you guys want to do?
How do their eyes look? Do they look like they see well in the dark?
Let me take a look here. I'm not sure actually. If I had to guess, I would say they probably neither one of them have dark vision, but let me check just in case. Jinhai Soul, where are you at? Mr. Oathbreaker. Here we are. Doesn't look like he has dark vision. No. He doesn't have dark vision. Let's check Yuki. Where are you at, Yuki? There you are. Yuki also does not have dark vision. Neither of them seem to have dark vision.
Then why don't we put Yuki on first?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yuki on first. Who's on second?
Oh, there's also the orc if you want to someone with dark vision.
Do what?
There's also the orc. What's her name? Yeah.
Oh, the orc. What was her name?
Yeah, maybe she would be better than the Ninjin for the night shift.
Yeah. Let me see.
Doesn't not go crazy and kill people.
Yeah, that's true. He might lose his. He has a thing where he might lose his fucking shit.
I mean, that's a good alarm bell. Just him losing his shit.
Where are you at, orc lady? It's Black Fang, right? Yeah. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
There's also Batu somewhere who's also an orc.
Yeah.
There's another word.
Yeah. Makoto Black Fang Isao is her name, and she does have dark vision. You want her to switch her with Jinhai Soul?
That's Safest.
All right. Let
Okay.
me make sure to fix this here. 1 second. Makoto. Blackfang. Isao. All right. Nameplates. Check. C. There we go. All right. You get Orc Mommy to take 4th watch. All right. Is there anyone else you want to switch out, or are you guys good with this?
I guess I'm fine with that. But what about you?
I'm good with it.
All right. So, first watch, Yuki is going to make a survival check.
Mm-hmm.
Yuki. What's your skill? Yeah. Survival is a wisdom check, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. There's her roll. She rolled well.
Good.
You guys just had an encounter which resets the increasing DC for my survival, or my 46 against your survival.
Sure.
17. She succeeds.
Oh.
No encounter on her watch. You did roll pretty well on that, so it's a good thing she rolled high. All right. All right. Medane. Her watch goes uneventful after 2 hours or so. After everyone has gone to sleep, Yuki stops by your tent, Medane, to wake you for your watch. Are you sleeping? Yes.
Resting.
All right. So, you hear Yuki at the entrance to your tent. She says, Medane, are you awake?
Oh, yes.
Good. It's your turn to take watch. It's been
All right.
boring.
Boring. Well, boring is good. Hoshi, come on now. And Hoshi hopefully will be able to help me with his keen smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. First, make a survival check.
With the help from Hoshi?
Sure. You get advantage because Hoshi is helping you. The perception would be a separate thing, though. So that's if you get the encounter, then it's like, do they ambush you or do you see them coming?
Gotcha,
if it's
gotcha.
That kind of thing.
Okay, so then I'm going to burn an inspiration because I have terrible survival. So that'll be how I get the advantage here.
You don't have to burn the inspiration. Your familiar can help you. They can take the help action, right?
They can. This is true.
Yeah. You don't need to burn an inspiration unless you just want to.
No. If I don't need to, I will roll 17.
All right, 17. Let's see how I do here. 14. You are successful. There is no encounter for your watch. As you, what do you do for your watch? You walk the perimeter.
No, I'm gonna stay close to Redweaves mostly. Like I'll walk a little bit around from there, but I'm letting Hoshi do most of the perimeter checks.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're resting by now, so you don't hear too much noise coming from their tent. But maybe there is a little bit of noise. I don't know. I'll leave that up to Oates. I don't want to get too graphic with that. But for the most part, your watch is pretty uneventful. Nothing approaches the camp. You don't hear any noises or anything. anything beyond normal noises, I guess.
Okay.
How do you wake Aldrich when it's time for his watch?
I'm going to like poke him square in the forehead with Mage Hand.
All right, Aldrich,
all right.
you awake to a poking on your forehead.
Ah, Aldrich, you're awake. Good.
My turn, I'm guessing, right?
Sure it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. So, feel free to rest. I take it up front here.
All right. What are you doing for your watch?
Just one thing. Can I get any modifiers because of the 300 feet of dark vision?
Any amount of what?
Can I get any modifier for the roll?
Fire?
Because of the Eyes of Night. Modifier. To modify.
Modifier.
Oh, modifier.
Modifier.
Got
Yeah.
you. Well, the dark vision would certainly help on your perception.
I think that 300 feet of dark vision.
Yeah,
Normal
yeah.
dark vision.
Like, I think it would certainly give you a modifier. Let's say you roll and you get an encounter. It would certainly help you to perceive the encounter before it would like ambush you, if that makes sense. Like you would see them coming in the
Oh,
dark.
that's good. Yeah. I like
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's not going to help you on the survival check.
Sure.
Their survival is just a way to see if you get the encounter or not, basically.
Of course. So, yeah, and I'm rolling with guidance, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 21. It's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
$17. All right.
All right.
You are good, sir. There is no encounter on your watch.
I'm grateful for the guidance.
So, yeah, I mean, well, it's a cantrip, right? So it's all good. It doesn't cost you anything.
No. I'm grateful for having using it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because it would have tied. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I got you. All right. Yeah. I mean, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. There's a sound of fires burning. Maybe some of them have gone out by this point. Maybe the occasional person rolling over in their bedroll or like talking in their sleep or something. But yeah, you don't hear or see anything out of the ordinary. Your dark vision does kind of help you keep an eye on everything pretty efficiently. But yeah, I mean, nothing tries to attack or interrupt you guys during your watch. How would you like to wake Blackfang to take a watch?
Do you have a tent or something like that?
Yeah, she has that tent that's doesn't have any walls on it, right? Like it's just a open air tent, basically. It's kind of like
The canopy, I
yeah,
think is what it's called.
yeah,
right, okay.
canopy tent, yeah. So yeah, she's just like laying on the ground too, right? She doesn't sleep in a bed. She just like sleeps on the ground. Maybe some like
I gently
hay or
but
something.
firmly touch her shoulder.
What? Oh, is it time for a watch?
Yep. It's a red alert watch.
All right, little man. Blackfang will take it for the rest of the night. You go get some rest.
Thank you. May the Emperor help you with that and guidance on her.
Sure. Yeah, she like stands up, stretches, and like grabs a big old mallet club that she uses or whatever and drags it out of the tent, starts walking the perimeter kind of slowly. Occasionally she'll stop and lean on something for a moment, just kind of looking around. Let's see here, Makoto. Haven't really gotten to do much with Makoto yet, so let's see. She does have a decent survival skill. She also has guidance, right?
Yes.
So she's a D20 plus 3, and the guidance is a D4.
D4, yes.
Oh, she rolled shit. She crit failed on that.
Well, let's see.
She critically failed on that roll. That's not good.
Two of them.
Yeah, with a grand total of 5. I mean, I can roll against her. This is not good.
But with a +3, can you even? No, you can't roll less on her.
No, that's the lowest she could possibly roll on that. I get a course of 22. All right.
Let's go.
Okay, let me have her roll a d20. Rolling the dice. Okay, that might be good. Let me check. That might actually be good. Let me take a look.
It doesn't sound like it, but yes.
Well, if I recall, on the table, the lower the number, the worse it was.
Oh, gotcha.
If I recall. Oh.
Gonna be Mad Mod and her gang of bandit grannies.
Okay, 20. This is probably... Yeah, this is probably one of the best encounters you can get, yeah. All right. It's so funny it worked out this way. I knew the emojis I picked today were gonna work out somehow. All right, so here's what happens. Let me give her a perception check. What's her passive? Is 11. Perception's wisdom. She doesn't have a perception skill, so she gets a +1. Okay, so she gets a crit on perception. Awesome. And let me check. Where is this? Somewhere down here. Here we are. Unless this guy gets a crit also. +5. Okay. So here's what happens. Makoto's walking around the perimeter. All the fires have gone out by this point, so it's dark. However, she does have dark vision, so she can see pretty well. And she hears like a rustling in the overgrowth to the south. That's blocking the like entrance to this part of the road. She draws her club, takes a few steps closer. Cannabo, that's right. That's what she's using, a cannabo. And we see her like grit her teeth and ready the club to swing at whatever is coming out of the brush. And then something breaks through the brush. It is a person, a man. This guy. He's probably not this close to her. He's probably like 20, 30 feet from her. Looks something like this. As he breaks through the brush, rain starts to fall on the camp. Just a soft rain. Just a little sprinkling. The man is a water genasi. His skin's probably a slightly bluish in color. So he looks like an older gentleman, has a little bit of a beard, a glowing kind of like, it's hard to tell if it's like embedded in his head or if it's like glued on or, part of some makeup, but he's got like this blue jewel in the center of his forehead. And he's wearing monk robes, kind of fine robes, although a little bit road worn. Blue and gold in color. As he steps forward, hesitantly at first. He doesn't seem to notice Makoto until he comes through the overgrowth. And we hear Makoto say, "Stop! Who goes there?" And the man kind of freezes, and he looks around, and he says, hang on. Let's see here. Let me take a look at his stuff. He says, the name's Tidewalk. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm just traveling on the road. I hope I'm not interrupting or coming at a bad time, just passing through. And Makoto like grits her teeth and says, "Keep your hands out. Approach slowly, or I'll smash you." He like holds his hands out, palms up. He doesn't seem to have any weapons in his hands. She rolled a crit on her perception, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And as he steps closer to the light, she looks down and sees a short sword on his hip. And she says, "Tidewalk, huh? Any friends traveling with you?" And he shakes his head side to side. He says, No, traveling alone. Heading to the desert. Was just looking for a place to rest for the night. The rain doesn't seem to let up. It's been following me all night. Just hoping to find a place with some shelter, cover I can rest my eyes under for a few hours. Blackfang says, "This spot's taken. Continue to the desert." The man says, "Are you certain? I could pay for some time. Might be safer sleeping near a group of people so well protected." Let me give him a persuasion check, see if he can talk Blackfang into letting him crash here. What's his persuasion? Does he have a persuasion skill? I doubt he does. No, he doesn't. So, charisma roll for you, sir. You have a -1. 8 on his persuasion check. Makoto, what do you got for insight? Insight is wisdom, right? +1. Yeah, she's like, we've got no room for strangers here. It's the last time I'm warning you. Keep walking. Let's see, what does he do? What does he do? Ooh. Interesting. He says, you would turn away a loyal servant of the Arcana. I assure you, you did not come for trouble. The world is turned. You felt it too, haven't you, Orc? There's a pause. And, she says, I do not care, small man. Keep walking. He says, very well. Very well. The sky remembers, Orc, even when the gods forget. I'll be heading to the desert then, searching for hope and absolution. Watch out for the rain. It seems it never lets up. Seems it won't end. It'll rain here again long after you're gone. He turns and starts to walk away. None of you are camped out near this part of the map, so I don't think anybody really has it. Any of you guys, anyway, have a chance to hear the exchange. He starts to walk away, and he stops and turns his head over his shoulder and says to Blackfang, he says, may your reflection not flinch when the water stills, Orc. Judgment comes not to punish, but to preserve. And he steps back through the overgrowth. The rain continues. And when you all awake the next morning, it is raining. It's probably picked up through the night, so it's a bit more than just like a drizzle or a sprinkle, as I described before. So you all, Makoto, after the morning, the sun starts to come up. I don't think Makoto has to wake anybody. Like, you all just sort of wake when you would. The next morning, it is pouring rain outside. Actually, somebody roll me a D3. Want to see how bad. Oh, okay. Is that first roll? Or actually, it is an actual roll, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm taking the first one. It is the worst of the possibilities. So the rain this morning is bad. Let's see. It's going to impact visibility. And there's also going to be some fog. Let's see here. Here we go. And here we go. Actually, make sure I put this on the map layer. There we go. Okay, so you guys wake the next morning. It's raining hard. There's fog. A storm seems to have rolled into the area. as you all start to awake the next morning, Black Fang describes the encounter last night with a strange man who approached the camp seeking refuge from the rain. Just as it started, a strange little blue man with long hair from his face. She describes him as being unsettling and dangerous. He probably didn't seem. He might seem a little bit dangerous, a little off-putting, but she exaggerates the encounter, right? She tells you how she saw it, right? So this strange man approached the camp during the night, tried to convince me to give him a bed to sleep in. I turned him away, told him to keep walking until he got to the desert. So that's what you hear from Black Fang as you all get up the next day. As you all awake in the morning, what would you like to do?
By the description, would I think that he could be a bodhisattva?
Could I do a religion check?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Make religion checks.
Right.
Or Arcana, I suppose, or whatever you think might fit to try to figure out more information about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I still win.
Oh, you got both. Yeah, sure. Agreed.
Okay.
Because that we got two different testers.
Sure, that's true.
Okay, so the way the guy is described, like he fits the he doesn't like okay, so it's kind of hard to explain. You guys rolled well in both magic and religion, so I'm just gonna tell combined. This is what both of you would know upon like talking to each other and trying to reason out with different bits of information that's one of you knows the other doesn't. He fits the description of what would be a bodhisattva, like how they dress, how they act, kind of. But there's no bodhisattva that you know of that this guy fits. Like, if that makes sense.
Correct.
Like, it's possible he could be a new one. Maybe one of the Arcana got a new bodhisattva for some reason, meaning the old one died, probably. And potentially this guy is the new one, or he was just like, maybe a powerful mage that was passing through the, yeah, it's hard to say exactly. Like, he does match the description for what would make sense as a bodhisattva. Monk type Pokemon. Did we lose Brandon again? This is the second time.
We did.
Here, let me DM. Make sure he's alright. As far as like how he's dressed and stuff like that, how he talks even, like it sounds like he could be a bodhisattva. It's just that like for those of us who know the different bodhisattva, maybe have met most of them, heard about the others, never heard of one that matches this guy's description. Okay, you're back. Welcome back, Brandon.
Quiet. And I'm like, I'm sitting here listening to what's happening, and then nothing. I'm all right.
Did you get AFK'd? Did you get sent to the AFK channel? Is that what happened?
Apparently.
I've been there.
I was in some channels like no one's here. I'm like, all right. Well.
I've been there many times. Maybe I'll have to change that setting. I think it automatically sends you to the AFK channel if you're in a voice chat and your mic doesn't ping for a certain amount of time or something. I think that's what happens. Welcome back at any rate.
You're being respectful and listening. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, so like if you had some more information, I doubt Black Fang listened to anything he said, right? So she wouldn't be able to tell you like what he said or anything, any of the cryptic stuff he said. She was just like, yeah, he wanted a bed or something. I told him to keep walking.
Right.
He, on his way out, he tried to make some threats. Could not scare Black Fang, puny man. That's kind of how she sees the encounter. Yeah, she like, yeah, he was wearing some fine robes, blue, gold, a nice hairy blue skin. Unnerving. Approaching at night. Not smart, probably looking to steal. So yeah, but like it does kind of sound like the description of somebody who might be Bodhisattva. It's just that like I've never heard of this specific Bodhisattva. Like it doesn't seem to match what I know of. However, yeah, it's raining pretty hard this morning. There's a lot of fog that's settled in over the area. Well, you're wrong about that person who just DM'd me. I'll tell you that. That is not it. But I'm sure you knew that. Yeah. So, but he just kept walking. He probably didn't leave that long ago. It's, you know, like if you wanted to try to catch him, you might be able to, like go chase him down on horseback or something. But I suppose it's up to you guys. Or you can ask Blackfang more questions. Like you can try to pry more information from Blackfang too, I suppose, if you want to.
Or do both. Bring her with you.
Or do both. Yeah, you got it.
He went back the way we came, correct?
Yeah. He said he was going towards the desert, so
yeah.
She told him to keep walking.
It does seem curious that a Bodhisattva, not one that we know even, head out to the desert. But we did see that thing that looked like a star. Not the star, mind you, but a star fall. Of course the star hasn't fallen. Of course.
Is there any other like NPCs that are a part of this conversation, or is this just like the players talking to each other, or is this just Medane and Aldrich talking to each other?
Oh, so she's talking with me, right? So
could Iron Fang or
Black Fang, yes. It would be nice to have
Iron Ward Fang be there, because like it's a watch report, right? Like it's reporting in on what we saw in the night.
Sure, yeah. If you want to have all the people that took a watch having this conversation, yeah, you could do that. So, yeah, Yuki and
Jinhai also, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the caravan leader, Jinhai Iron Ward Fang.
Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah. You can have him included in this. Sure. Anyone else you want on this conversation?
I guess we'd probably invite the rest of the players, like Oates and Echo for sure.
Echo, would you like to join him?
That was one of those. What was something happen?
We were going to do like a debriefing of the watch. There may have been
All
a
right.
bodhisattva come through town.
A what?
A bodhisattva, but we can't figure out which one.
Was it a turtle?
No, it was a blue person.
Okay.
So maybe. Do you think it would be the moon or the Hierophant? Hierophant.
Yuki is like, well, it could have just been a traveling merchant, although if he was alone, seems unlikely. Maybe a wizard or mage. What'd you say he was
Just one
wearing?
thing. Did Black Fang told us about the rain following him?
I mean, she probably didn't
Okay, sure.
put it together. Like, to be honest, like, it started to rain, and then this guy, like, she probably didn't associate the two of them. If that makes sense. Like,
Right,
I don't
okay.
know, it started to rain, and then this guy came out of the brush. Like, I don't know. And then after he left, the raining got harder. It started to rain harder after he left.
So forget what I said before about the two.
Let me check something. Yeah. Actually, I should give her a roll at least to see if she could reason it. She's not like super dumb. She's just not as smart as the average bear, you know. So let me give her at least a roll. Intelligence. Okay, she crit. Okay. Okay. So yeah, she mentions that it seemed like the rain came with him. Yeah. She also mentions some of the stuff he said, that he was looking for something in the desert, something like hope or absolution, whatever that is. He told her that the sky remembers, and what else did he say? He said, it will rain here again long after you're gone. And that he told her the last thing he said, one of the last thing he says is he told her to remember judgment comes not to punish, but to preserve. And he did mention that he was a follower of the Arcana. She mentions all of that to you guys.
Judgment, you say?
Yeah, I guess.
And you turned him away.
There was someone who came in last night, and where is he?
She points towards the desert, like the direction you guys have been walking from.
Okay, are we leaving him, or are we going after him right now? What are we doing?
Well, it seems he may have been, or may be, the new Bodhisattva of Judgment.
Okay.
I don't know if going back for him is the right answer, but I might be able to.
If we're not going back for him, then we should pack up and start getting moving. If we are, then we should stop talking about and do it. Because he's getting farther.
He didn't have horses, though. Correct, Black Fang.
Yeah, she kind of like nods and grunts in the affirmative. He's walking. Said he didn't have friends. Said he's alone. Didn't trust him.
If he was really a bodhisattva, being cursed by another strong magic user is probably bad. We should go get him.
All right, Oat says go.
Yeah. I'm on board too.
Go. All
What do you
right, I'm
think?
getting horses. Going.
Yep.
Oh, and
That's a good
Medane,
idea.
Hoshiko said something about a tiny hat that she had
Is
for
it
you.
ready?
Yeah, you check in with Hoshiko, and she's got the tiny hat ready. She's,
Tetsuo, I'm stealing your horses.
Yeah, you get Tetsuo wakes up and comes out of the tent. He looks like shit. He looks exhausted, if you will. But he lets you take the horses.
Great, we may be back with a god. All right.
Yeah. So, assuming is it just the four of you going?
I guess.
All right.
Black
If it's
Fang
a-
would recognize him. I would think she should go.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sure. All right.
All right. It gets a particularly big horse for Black Fang to ride. The horse kind of whimpers when she climbs onto it slightly. But it adjusts to her weight. All right. I'll put each of you guys on a horse also. Let me just move these to the back. Boom. All right. You get a horse. You get a horse. You get a horse. And you get a horse. All right.
Before we race off, I'm going to ask Hokara if she has a magic weapon. I don't want to be cannon fodder like last time.
You stop by Hokara and ask if she has a magic weapon.
Yeah. +1, anything.
Let's see, Hokara. Where are you at, girl? There she is. Okay. Take a look. Ooh. Make a persuasion check. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at this.
Thank you, dice.
Okay. All right. She hands you the hammer on her back. Her husband's hammer. You crit. I mean, that's pretty much the only way you were going to get this. She doesn't have any magical weapons to trade. The only magical, quote unquote, magical weapon she has is her husband's hammer. Now it has an extra magical effect if she tries to wield it. Not necessarily a good one. But for you, it is a hammer. It's a 1d10 damage hammer plus proficiency. Does bludgeoning damage. It also does 1d4 fire damage on a hit. It doesn't have any pluses to it or anything like that. Yeah. He's gotten with Hoshiko. Now he's chasing Hokara as well.
Could you repeat the damage one more time?
Sure. It's 1d10 bludgeoning damage, 1d4 fire damage. Let me just check, see if she can put any effects on it, like temporary effects. I think her only temporary thing is for armor. Here's a weapon or armor, it gains a minor durability bonus. It's first critical hit. Okay, it applies to weapons and armor. So, I think you might already have this from something else, but so you would get a second use of it. The gains a minor durability, reduces the first critical hit damage the wearer takes by half.
Yeah, I still have it on my armor. I never got maxed yet.
So you can put this effect on the hammer also. However, it only gets one use and then it's gone for good. It doesn't recharge or anything. You don't have to, you have 2 charges of that use basically, so you don't have to use them on this first and the second critical hit you take. Yeah. And that effect is called the Anvil Never Breaks. Just in case you need a name for it.
I give her a slight bow. I'll bring it back. Quickly.
Yeah.
Well,
on
that note, I would also want to take my armor from her.
Yeah. Okay, so she shows you a couple things with the armor. She gives you, first of all, free of charge some particularly expensive oil, probably blessed by a priest or something, rare kind of oil to take care of the armor. When she returns it to you, it's very clean. It looks like brand new. She might have even buffed out any scratches or anything that were on it. And she takes a moment to sort of go over with you the proper way to maintain it, which includes not just blessing the armor with the sacred oils, but there's also a prayer that goes along with that. It's probably not to any specific arcana, but it's in Dwarvish. Let me see here. Oh, I got a DM. Yeah, if you want to use that, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I would like to know the other 2, but
the ritual she provides you with has a few steps. There's 4 steps. The first one's cleansing the armor, which involves washing it, probably with water or holy water first. So you arrange the armor in a perfect circle facing inward. Okay. You do this with the oil. You dip a cloth into the warm oil, press it gently onto each plate, not scrubbing but anointing, it says. Then the second step says reflection of the self. You can place a reflective surface in the center of the armor. You sit before it wearing only the chest plate. You look at yourself in the reflection, not at your face, but at your bearing, your intention. It says steel is shaped by fire. You're shaped by what you endure. Look and remember who you're meant to be. Third step says, with each piece raised and reaffixed, you speak a line from the prayer, which can be your prayer here that you'd like to use. That's fine.
Just giving you options, but I want to know what you wrote to.
Okay, I can just read to you what I've got here. Then I'll just read it word for word. Step 1, cleansing the plate. Okara helps Aldrich lay each piece of armor in a perfect circle facing inward. She dips the cloth in warm oil, presses it gently onto each plate, not scrubbing but anointing. You do not wash away the battle, you remind it why it was fought. Reflection of the self. Step 2. A mirror is placed in the center of the circle. Aldrich must sit before it wearing only the chest plate. He looks not at his face, but at his bearing, his intention. Steel is shaped by fire. You're shaped by what you endure. Look and remember who you're meant to be. Step 3. The vow of bearing. With each piece raised and reaffixed, Aldrich speaks a line, either one of his own making or passed down by Okara.
Right.
If you want to choose the one she passes down, she has 3 lines here. It says, I wear this not for power, but for the weight it carries. Let me be the wall between order and ruin. My blade is not for wrath, it is for reckoning. Step 4, the sealing touch. Okara finishes the ritual by tracing the Arcana of the Emperor in the oil across the back of the armor. It evaporates instantly, absorbed into the metal. The throne does not rise, the throne is built piece by piece. This is one such piece. You notice when you put the armor on, it feels warmer, not in temperature necessarily, but in presence. It no longer wears like protection alone, it wears like purpose. Aldrich gains a point of inspiration when invoking duty, balance, or righteous structure in future scenes. If he falters, the armor may feel heavier, not out of punishment, but expectation.
Right.
So, there you go. Would you like me to read the prayer you wanted to use, or do you want to read it?
Do you mean we can also use this in another thing?
That's fine.
Yeah, we can.
All right. The components for this ritual, which you have been provided by Okara, include a braided cloth of red and white silk, representing flame and law, a bowl of flame-warmed oil infused with crushed gold flakes, a mirror polished until it shows not your face, but your resolve, the sound of one's heartbeat or something close to it, a drum, stone rhythm, or whispered vow. There you go.
I mean, I'm just saying that because we are kind of pressed on time to get to the Bodhisattva or the guy, so I don't know if making a ritual right now would be appropriate.
Yeah, she's probably effectively done the ritual, but maybe you need to repeat it each time you put the armor on.
Oh, of course, of course.
Or something along those lines. I'll be okay with that.
Sure.
So, you guys get on your horses. She briefs you about how, runs you through a quick thing of how to take care of the armor. Maybe even gives you like a instructional paper with all the instructions written on it. And you guys are going to set off to chase down this guy, yeah? All right.
Yep.
So, let me do this. Grab guys. Actually, first, let me just move some of these people out of the way, and we can do it like that. I think that'd probably be easier. Move you. Or actually, I got a better idea. I did prep a bunch of screens for today. Might as well use them. Am I right? Let me see here. Which one would be good for this? This one, maybe? Yeah. Just dynamic lighting on. We'll put it in daylight mode. Cool. Let me this. Boom. And that should be fine right there. All right, so it's in daylight mode, so you guys should be able to see clearly.
Mhm.
If you can't, when I pull you over here, just let me know. I'm gonna copy you guys over to here. And probably going to need to put some
Mhm.
weather effects on the screen too. So give me 1 second for that. Put your horsey there. This horsey can go here. And you guys feel free to, like, once I get you onto the screen, feel free to, like, rearrange yourselves, I guess, if you wanted a different marching order.
Right.
Let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, the weather. Let's do this one. There we go. And boom. Let's go on map layer and fog. Here we go. Now, just remember, it is a bit harder to see with, like, light obscurement or whatever it is that fog
Mhm.
provides. Oh, I got another DM. Let me check it. Starting to flag. What does that mean? And put this guy on the screen here. Oh. Oh, okay, I see. We're getting close to the end here, I think. Buddy, no worries. We are 3.5 hours in, so I totally get it. All right. Boom. Load. Whoa, it made his token enormous. Let me fix that. Why? It didn't do that on the other screen. Interesting. So you guys are riding down this road back towards the desert, looking for this guy. Blackfang spots him in the road and says, up ahead, we're closing in on him. It probably takes you maybe an hour at most to track him down. You're moving quite a bit faster than he was. He's not even necessarily in a hurry. Most likely. And you guys are riding on horseback. These horses go twice as fast as a person at minimum, I believe. So, here, cut you guys over to this screen here. So you're going, the road goes by some abandoned ramshackle buildings. As we fade back in, you guys are closing in on this guy. You can rearrange your marching order if you like. I just put you in a random order. So yeah, we see you guys. We hear the sound of hooves as Blackfang turns back and yells out, "He's just up ahead." We see the guy stop and turn around and look at you all. Sees Blackfang. His eyes kind of widen slightly. He holds his hands up, palms facing you. Probably about at his head level. If, just in case any of you missed it earlier, he looks something like this. As you all approach, what do you guys do?
Hail, traveler, friend.
Yeah, there's a slight hesitation in his voice as he says, "Friends, yes. How can I help you?"
We wish to make amends for our
Parlay.
Parlay.
Yeah. Discuss. Talk. We wish to communicate.
He pauses in his steps. His head tilts slightly to the side as he kind of watches you all approach. His ocean-colored eyes shimmer faintly in the light. A small breeze stirs around his presence. You kind of see his cloak flapping in it. Faint as a sigh through reeds. And he says, friendship, a bond born not of blood, but of chosen gravity. He says, listening to you. He says that, looking at you all, and then he kind of like looks up and he says, the wind speaks louder now. He seems to be saying that to Black Fang. He says, what is it? What can I help you all with?
I was curious. Are you a follower of Judgement?
He kind of looks you up and down as if studying you for a moment. His eyes dart back to you, Echo. Then over Aldrich, where his gaze lingers for a moment longer, and then to Oates. He places his hands in front of him, palms together, and bows slightly. And he says, Judgment, indeed.
Would you happen to be the Bodhisattva of Judgment?
He says, Bodhisattva. Sorry, I'm not sure the meaning of this. She speaks to me, and I do what she asks.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah. Make an insight check. Let me see. What would his roll be? He doesn't have any skill. What's his score? Ooh, not great. Okay. Oh, you did not roll great either, I see.
I rolled a 17, and I think you're going to tell me what you know. And he's
This
going to roll
dude
a
ain't
2.
lying. That's all I
He's
know.
going to roll a 2.
Oh, okay. All right. So he rolls a 2.
And
So,
if you have my passive.
Aldrich, you got a 10. You're good.
Wouldn't the passive supersede that?
Passive insight, I don't think is a thing. Is it? Is there anything on
Oh,
your
no,
sheet?
perception. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no.
However,
Wrong roll.
Oates, you rolled a 2. He gets a 2, so meets it, beats it. I know you crit failed, but I'll allow you to partake in this also. Okay. Now that we got the roll settled. So you guys are insight checking him. Let me take a look here. So he does seem to be being honest with you. Like, he's not sure what Bodhisattva means. But he says, when he says, I listen to her and I do what she asks, he seems to be referring to Judgment when he says that. Let me see if I can give you a little bit of information about kind of like how he carries himself in general, like his body language and stuff like that. He seems quiet and deliberate. He seems to choose each word he speaks like a strike, measured with purpose. He doesn't rush, he doesn't flinch, and he has the demeanor of someone who does not bend easily. Let's see here. He does seem loyal to the Arcana of Judgement. He seems to be honest about that. Even perhaps to his own detriment. Like it seems like he takes his loyalty to this Arcana extremely seriously, even if it were to get him into trouble. However, he has a sort of cold indifference about him. Interpret that as you will. Let's see here. Okay. He wears fine quality silk robes, although they're slightly faded or frayed from travel. They're damp. They're very damp. He might even like pull down his hood, and you can see that his head is shaved. And you can smell like ozone around him. Let's see here. I mentioned his eyes as being like this ocean color, this kind of like glassy gray, calm and heavy with unspoken understanding. A thin silver thread loops around one finger. That's the gist of what I got about him as far as like appearances, behavior, and demeanor goes.
Right.
Yeah. So, what else would you like to say to this guy?
I have but one more question. What compels you, my friend, to venture to the desert and not to creation?
He looks back over your shoulder and he says, creation. He shakes his head side to side. He says, only chaos there. The world is changed, broken. He gestures to Black Fang and he says, ask your friend if she feels it too. It's turned. You felt it, haven't you?
I've seen many bizarre things, but the star still shines above us.
He makes a face, which I think your previous insight check would apply to. It seems somewhat saddened, but he's also agreeing with you at the same time. Like, when you mention the star, he seems to be sad or concerned. But he nods and he says, it's what I seek to learn. I was told to go to the waste, to search for hope and absolution.
Told by who?
Well, he kind of nods again and he says, my patron, of course.
Hope sounds right for the star, but absolution.
Do you guys think he could be looking for the other dude we pulled out of the desert?
Oh, what's happened to the tower? Maybe they have something to do with each other? I forget his name.
Nernum?
Nern, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Cool.
I'll risk it. I'll ask him point blank because Medane doesn't know social graces. Would you happen to familiar with the name Nernum?
He kind of furrows his brow for a moment. And he says, I've not heard the name. Is it a man of importance?
He's the king of the tower.
He says, a saint. This bodhisattva you mentioned, is that what that is?
Yes, I believe so.
Like the, it's more like the most saintly saint, I think.
He says, interesting. Do you know where this man is? I would like to meet with him.
He's back this way in our camp.
He insight checks you.
So what are you?
Yeah, you say, what are you? He says, a loyal servant of Judgement, a priest, a monk.
Just a priest?
He kind of furrows his brow and he says, what else would I be? Water genasi? A man. He has a +5 to insight. He's insight checking you, Oates, I think is to what you said. He gets a 15. You can roll against it if you like, but he's kind of just checking you out to see if he can kind of trust you.
I don't know what I would roll. I'm telling the truth.
You could roll persuasion, or you could just be like, well, that roll's high enough. He gets a good read on me. I mean, you wouldn't roll deception if you're being truthful. You'd roll persuasion if you're trying to convince him, I suppose. But if you fail, it might just be like he sees your true intentions kind of thing, which would be that you're telling the truth. So
I'll try persuasion then.
Holy shit.
Go on.
You're very convincing. All right. So you're like, hey, actually, he
set us free.
Yeah, you're like, actually, he's back this way. And he kind of furrows his brow and he says, I was told the suffering saint would be in the wastes. But
We found him, pulled him out of the desert.
he kind of bows to you and he says, good. I hope you've been keeping him safe.
We're trying our best. But he's not in good shape.
Yeah, he says, very well, I would like to meet with him before I continue my journey. And he starts to move towards you all. Like, all right, we're going back this way, I guess.
All right, well,
I'm gonna give you a ride.
I'm gonna head on back then. As Asher kind of turns his horse and starts, galloping on back to, the Actually, one.
Yeah, we see.
I want to insight check him first. See if he's giving off any sus vibes.
Yeah, you can insight check him. Just waiting on your roll to pop up. There we go.
And
Crit.
I'm spending inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, you got a crit, man. So he doesn't put off any sus vibes. Like, he doesn't seem like he's planning to attack Nurnum or he's planning to betray you all. If anything, he just seems, the only thing that's kind of odd about him is that he seems kind of, like I mentioned before, cold indifference. He seems unemotional a bit, which is kind of strange for a water genasi, right? So, like, water genasis tend to come from the region of cups, okay? And cups is all about passion and emotion and art and stuff like that. So the sort of like stereotype, I guess, of water genasi is to be kind of emotional, to be in their feelings a little bit. A lot of people from cups tend to be that way too. This guy, like, if he was a pond, it would be still water. There's no ripples in this pond, which is kind of strange, I suppose. It's not necessarily unsettling, but it's just almost kind of robotic for a person like this to be acting that way. He does seem friendly. Like, he hasn't been threatening to you guys at all. He doesn't seem to have the full story. Like you guys said earlier, one of you mentioned this earlier, he might be a new bodhisattva, which, like, he didn't seem to recognize the term bodhisattva, but when you said saint, he knew what that meant. And when you mentioned Nurnum, he didn't recognize the name, but when you said Saint of the Tower, he said, I was told the Saint of Suffering was going to be in the desert, meaning that's what he understands Nurnum to be. He doesn't know him by name, which kind of makes sense. Nurnum supposedly gave up his name, right? Like, that was, and he just kind of goes by Nurnum. So that fits.
Does the stillness fit with Judgment? Because you said it's not fitting for a water genasi, but does it fit with someone who would be of Judgment? If I have met people who, I'm sure I've met people who were high in Judgment, were they, would many of them be described as still and calm and of this person's, thing there, or are they usually more hot and fiery?
A cold indifference totally fits with Judgment. Think like a court judge, not like a magister judge, but like a court judge who's passing a sentence on a criminal. They do so without emotion, right? Like, okay, you get life in the camps. Like, they seemingly do not care about the sentence, right?
Echo goes, yeah, sure. All of a sudden Echo's just making his way back to his horse. He's like, oh, what'd you say your name was again?
Yeah, he says, you may refer to me as Tidewalker Zhenji.
Tidewalker Zhenji. All right, great. Well, I'll see you guys back. And Echo's just driving out of there with the horse.
All right.
Full gallop back.
All right, I'll offer my horse for him to ride.
Sure. He hops up onto your horse. Aldrich, I guess. Which one is yours? Is it this one?
Is the left one? Yeah. No, this one. The second to left.
All right. So we see him climbing up onto your horse behind you. His gaze kind of lingering on you for a moment as he watches you climb up onto the horse. And he says to you, Aldrich, as you climb up, he says, if you would judge this world, you must first endure it. And then we fade to black. And that's the end of tonight's session.
All right.
So, good job, guys. Let's see. Let's go over experience and all that fun stuff here. Let's see here. There was, I mean, it was potentially a combat encounter with this guy, I guess, if somebody said the wrong thing, but highly unlikely. Like, this guy wasn't going to attack anybody. So I'm not going to count it as a combat encounter. I'm kind of like, the person who's probably most likely to attack him was Blackfang, ironically, out of the people that were on watch. But he stopped when she told him to and stuff like that. So there was no combat there. However, RP I think was pretty good today. I'm gonna give you guys a 4 for RP. I think you guys all played your roles very well. We got some lore stuff today with the Emperor. We got a little bit of lore, hinted at lore with Judgement, it seems like. We got a little bit of lore about some of the people in the caravan too. We got to see kind of what's going on with Kalia and the flesh corruption and stuff. I'll give you guys a 4 for that. It seems like we're probably getting on the road for the second day's travel. I kind of thought we might get through probably the second and third day's travel today. I kind of thought that's how this session was going to go. But I know you guys had a bunch of roleplay stuff you want to take care of too. So, like with your goals and stuff. So that's fine. I'm not going to count anything against you. Rule of cool. I don't know. There was some cool stuff that we got done today, I guess. I mean, the stuff with the flesh corruption, like in Tetsuo, and you guys sort of poking and prodding at that to see what's going to happen was kind of cool. I think you guys getting some items from like the cat hat from the from Red Weave was kind of cool. And getting your armor, like a ritual done for taking care of your armor properly, was cool, as well as the like the vision that sort of triggered. Yes, the backstory drop, that whole interaction with Nira, mistakenly calling you the wrong name, perhaps, and sort of like that vision that she had before she forgot it. All that stuff was kind of cool and lore related too. I'll give you guys a 4 for all 3 of those categories, I think, today, which will put you guys at a 12 for
42. Yeah, 42.
Yeah, 12 for the session. So you guys are at 42. So you're getting close. Because I think I told you guys that level 3 was 75, right? And then we would try going to 100. So you guys are getting pretty close to level 3. That's cool. Let me take a look at goals. I think you guys put that in experience. First session, 7. All right. Talk to Jinhai Soul about his sword. We still didn't do that. I tried to give you the opportunity to do it. That's why I was like, all right, is there anybody you guys want to talk to today? But we still didn't get around to it. That's fine. You can always have that conversation later. You did talk
2 out
to
of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You did talk to Varo, and you did spend time with Hoshiko, some quality time with Hoshiko too. So I'll give you those 2 as success, so you can take your charges of inspiration for those 2. Dane, let's see here. Learn more about the Ouroboros and the inks used. We didn't really go over that today. Get more information about the curse on Tetsuo. You guys definitely did that. So I'll give you success for that. And of course, Cat Hat, you completed that also. So another 2 out of 3, which is good there. Let's see here. Aldrich, talk to Tetsuo, explain your plan, help him handle any public commotion that might arise regarding the situation. I'll give you success there. There hasn't been public commotion yet, but there are a few trusted people that know what's going on, and it seems like there's kind of a rumor that going around the caravan that something's wrong with Tetsuo. He's hurt or something. I think somebody mentioned it to Aldrich, or somebody mentioned it that they heard that he wasn't doing so great. And I remember one of you guys being like, "Oh, word travels fast." They don't know. The rumor wasn't what exactly is wrong with him. It's just that something he's hurt or something's wrong with him. So I'll give you success on that first one. Have word with Hokara about armor maintenance. You definitely did that. So that's success there. Protect the caravan. I mean, anybody who had a protect goal today, I think it was accomplished. Between like you guys did proper watches, you chased down the guy who had an interaction with the caravan just to make sure it was cool and he didn't do anything crazy. So I'll give you success in all three of those, Son. Good job. Echo, learn more about Shinira. I think you did. So I'll give you success on that one. Protect and stick close to Shinira, Kalia, and Malin. Again, success there. Make progress to creation. I'm going to give you success for that one too. I know we didn't get a full day's travel in, but you guys are moving towards creation. You got through the night, so like you made progress time wise. Now you don't have to rest. You only spent an hour this morning taking care of a thing, so it's not like you backtracked. I think I'll give you success for all three of those too. So good job. Good job, guys. So I think you guys did good. I kind of thought we might have more of an RP heavy session today. I'm glad we got to have a little bit of interaction with the encounter is called, let's see, there's a kind of a neat name for it if I recall. Let me look it up real quick. The encounter was called, where are you at? Where is it? The Man Who Smells of Rain. It's the name of the encounter. I guess it's not as cool as I thought it was. But yeah, you guys did get to meet him. You almost missed out on the encounter because Blackfang just tried to chase him off. But yeah, we'll see how this guy kind of fits in, if he wants to stick with the caravan or if he's gonna have some words with Nurnham and continue on his way. I suppose we'll find out next time. Good job today, guys. And of course, closing announcements. If you're watching this video on YouTube, all the links are in the description below. But for those checking us out on Twitch, thank you. Thank you for watching today. Appreciate you. Thank you for the follows. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. I'm trying. Dolemif Milo. Anyway, thank you for following today. Also, Charon XXX, thank you for the follow. Appreciate y'all giving us a follow today. If you're watching on Twitch, you're going to get these links here in the chat, but for YouTube viewers, it's in the description below. Here's my link tree. I'm sure you probably know where to find me if you're watching this, but if you want to find out where all I am on the internet, all my links are in that link tree right there. If you want to check that out, watch me on your favorite platform or what have you. You can also jump into our Discord. It's public, it's free. You can ask lore questions. You can see some art, some chaos memes when memes get posted in the chaos as they did today. I wasn't even keeping up with it, but you guys were memeing up a storm in the chaos today. Some literally with the rain go away memes. So yeah, good job. Thank you guys for doing that stuff today. So you can see all that kind of stuff. You can see world lore questions. You can see general chat, all that kind of stuff. And you can poke us and that kind of stuff if you want to jump in the Discord. You're welcome to do that. Thank you guys for playing. Pleasure playing with you guys as always. You guys did fantastic today. Thank you guys for watching. You can tune in next week for some more of Divinity and Darkness. And tomorrow with some Defiant Ironheart Ambassadors. Yep. All right.
Yep. Ironheart Ambassadors Defiant tomorrow.
All right, so tune in for that. It's been a fun game so far. We've finally gotten to see some blows dealt to House Nocturne. So tune in to see if we can continue that pattern. I'm not sure we're going to be so lucky, but
no, you guys are going to fight for him. You're going to defend him.
Yeah, that's right.
You are all being guided to fight in his honor. You're
That's-
all in this together against the rebels of Fjordwater. Those damned dirty pirates have struck a blow against Ironheart. Who could have thought about it? What could they have wanted? Oh my god, how terrible are they? Good luck. It's a good thing that our crew here is here to defend the rights and honor of good and upstanding citizens. Isn't that right, Sam?
Yeah, that's right. The Princeps has been like, yeah, this is a blow against Ironheart, so we need you to take that army and go
Yep.
fight those guys. And I was like, I'm probably gonna talk to him first.
Entire army you're raising? Perfect. Go fight the people in Fjordwater.
Yeah, we'll see. Returns with entire army and pirates.
Are you saying that you are going to
Never.
reject the order?
No. I didn't reject the
my,
order. I accepted the order. That just doesn't mean I'm gonna 100% follow through on it. Is all I'm saying. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Who knows? Maybe if we actually defend House Nocturne, he won't be such a dick to everyone. I don't know.
That's very wishful thinking.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Very wishful thinking.
So you'll have to tune in tomorrow to see what happens with Defiant Ironheart Ambassadors. It's been a fun game so far. It's very much like political intrigue, kind of like Game of Thrones, but urban fantasy stuff. So it's a pretty cool game. Check it out. I get to play an angel, so it's fun times. So tune in tomorrow at 6:30 Central Time for that, and of course catch us next Monday at 6:30 Central Time for some more of Divinity and Darkness. But thank you guys very much. You guys all have a fantastic night. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. And thank you very much.